Welcome to Champagne Football Lemonade Banter. This season is brought to you by the Lightweight Athletic Club.
Whatever you're watching us on, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Get started. Welcome back to the Champagne Football Show. A bit of a shorter episode today, not because of the length, but just because Brendan Cholakian's back on the show. And joined today with Cords from the Rockdale crew. What's your hat trick in it? Third episode?
Me? No, second.
Do you want to do the one pre-season?
No.
Aye, three?
Mini.
You're including the one?
Oh, that's not good enough now.
Oh, no, I only come in for the big episodes.
Okay. There's nothing big about you, man. Well, we're back. It's round
4.
Round 4. Yeah, round 4. Again, plenty to talk about. We'll get stuck straight into the football after have a wee chat about the weekend. Chico,
Questions for you.
what for the weekend?
From the weekend.
All right, okay.
What is your thoughts on the refereeing standard this year?
Oh, we're going straight into football?
Aye.
All right, okay. Fucking hell.
Well, that's just it's my gripe. So I went to the UNSW game at the weekend,
Fucking hell.
which has prompted this question. What's your thoughts on the standard?
This is a stitch up, man. Honestly, world class, man. Like, we've been getting some really good calls. It's a tough question because just in case any of you watching.
Hold on, I've got a more. How do you think it compares to last year's standards or the season before? I'll happily say I think it's dipped in standard.
I think it's dipped too.
I don't think it was like I think it's a hard job in general.
It is,
and that's why I feel. But I do think it's only 4 rounds in, and some of the decisions have been mental.
Yeah,
mental. And I want to say not even decisions, just the control of moments of the game, which can then cause the game to become chaos and make things harder. That's my opinion. But you're more than welcome to give your own.
Yeah. And the reason why I felt like it was a stitch up because I do agree. I feel it's a bloody hard job, like no doubt.
Yeah,
and I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying like it is, mate. And the NPL competition is quite like a aggressive, physical. Like they're not easy matches to referee. Like there's a lot of stuff going on that they have to sort of keep on top of. So that does make it difficult. It's more the inconsistency for me.
Yeah.
I feel it's probably less about like the quality. It's just you could get one call that goes one way and then literally 5 minutes later in the same game it doesn't. That's more of the frustration. And even from game to game, I don't mind because a different ref will view things differently. But it has to be the same consistency within that game. Like someone can't pull a shirt and it's not a yellow, and then the opposition does it 10 minutes later and he pulls a shirt to yellow.
Aye, and it's almost like they're making up for the one they didn't get. It's like that can't work like that.
That doesn't work like that. So that's probably my comments on it. To be fair, on the weekend, the referee that we had, there was 2 counterattacks, one from each team. Both one player tried to axe the attacker. Yep. They kept on going. Counterattack, he didn't give a yellow for each. Yep. In my opinion, both should be yellow cards. But fair play to him. He said, no, they're not yellow cards because you got the advantage. I'm all right with that. I've got no problem with that.
That's the consistency you're after.
I said that last week in terms of before the game, you go, who's the ref today? And then you see them. You sort of know internally in the change room, remember lads, this is the referee, he's quite strict. Or remember the referee, he's quite lenient on things. Then you know how to approach a game in certain moments. But if it's inconsistent regardless of who you get, it becomes a bit...
you can do,
it's tricky. I'm not a big fan. You're staying quiet, big man.
Well, I mean, I haven't really played that much this season. But I agree. I don't know if it's a game management thing, but I think there are times definitely where like you can... Certain calls at certain times will dictate how the game goes. And if you don't make them, then you're making it too late and then the call isn't really consistent with what's been happening. And that's when I think NPL games start to spiral into just like a kick fest. And that's not the best.
No, I know. I think you're right. The thing outside, I think the referee central job's the hardest. And obviously, on the pitch, very, very difficult. Yeah. And I think they do need more help off the second, third, fourth official. The fourth official, in my opinion, honestly, like a fucking ashtray on a motorbike, just fucking useless. Absolutely useless. I don't see the point in that.
Well, I see the point in it, but I don't feel like they leverage it enough.
Yeah, they don't do it.
Poor bloke just sits here and just gets smashed by the coaches, but he doesn't actually say, like, he'll see something and he just doesn't say anything to the ref.
Sometimes you go like, I agree. Like, what?
You can't
Tell him. Tell him, man. That again.
That cooks you more too.
That annoys me
you
more.
agree? Oh, thanks, man. I feel better now. Thank you. 1-0 down, but no, as long as you agree, all good. I'm happy.
We've had some fourth officials, not even this year, a few years past, and like obviously in the coaching staff, you're maybe going, that's a fucking free kick, debate amongst yourself, and then they'll turn and go like, no, it wasn't. You're like, mate, we're not even talking to you. Your job, man. But again, do need to preface that, like, fuck being a ref.
Not for me. Hard,
very difficult. So it's just frustrating. I think, Chaz, I know you've got a few. We'll get on to your comments what we're about, but so far this here we spoke about there's been a lot of red cards, but from memory, I don't know if there's been many that haven't. I think there have been actually red cards from what I've seen. So you've got to say maybe the bigger ones have got right. I think it seems to be more yellow cards I'm seeing a lot of people disagreeing with.
Yeah, and again, like, you know what I think could be helpful, and I'm not sort of telling the refs what to do here, even if they are listening, but like I think some messaging at the start of the year could be helpful to say what they're going to sort of stop. Because for me, and maybe that's just the type of player I am, what irritates me the most is not actually a hard tackle. Like I actually like if someone wants to crunch me ball and all, I don't want to see yellow cards for that. Like that's fine. Obviously, if you don't want to go in intentions to hurt anyone, I don't want to see that. The ones that stop the good football that NPL teams can play, those are the ones that irritate me. Like it's the ones where someone gets past someone and it's going to be a good attacking piece of play and someone like ankle taps and pulls a shirt. For me, that's got to be a yellow card, because I feel like that when players feel like that they can get away with that sort of stuff, that how many times do you watch an NPL match and it's just one of those ones where it's like little foul here, little foul there. The game doesn't get going whatsoever. It's just fucking wasting 90 minutes. It's shit.
Yeah, and I think it's hard because, as you say, for the referees, they need to kind of lay down a marker, so to speak.
That's what I mean.
But the first 5 minutes, they won't give any cards.
No.
In the most part, they don't give them out. But then the same foul that happened in the 3rd minute happens in the 55th minute. And now it's a yellow card because it's the 55th minute.
Yeah, that doesn't
Shouldn't make a difference.
It's nonsense.
Yeah. Is that? Oh, it's just happened as well with the one I used to frustrate me was, see the ball was running out of play in the far end. The defenders gets there first and just jockeys it for like 15 metres, just obstruct him the whole way.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, balls out. See if that happens anywhere else in the park. If you just started jockeying the ball at, you'd be like, yellow card, free kick, you can't do that. But that's just one of those things in football.
Yeah,
first 5 minutes, first tackle, let it go. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the one, going back to you're saying there, see the ones where you get the centre backs that do it and then they get a wee bit of contact on their back.
They go over
on the ball.
Oh my God,
dropping the ball.
Hands, everything.
It's so funny, man.
Put it back in the ref. It's like, you're going to give me a pen for the handball? Or yeah, you're not going to do it. Yeah.
But we see that as well, but I'm shocked you definitely do this. If you give a foul away in the 35th minute and it's your first foul and he gives you a yellow, like, what do you say to the ref? It's my first tackle. It's my first one.
No, I actually don't do that.
No?
No, mate.
You just dive, don't you?
Yeah, that's me. Fucking everyone smash me for that, man. I get axed, bro. I get axed.
The problem is, boy who cried wolf, but if you dive 8 times and you get fouled,
Do I dive?
Do you dive?
Tell me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Aye. You're down very, very easily. Very easily. I know you're a wee guy, but I mean, usually the wind's pretty...
I actually will back him a little bit.
Yeah.
I think because of your height, people just naturally kind of do push you over a bit. Because he's like this level. So naturally push you over.
That's a shame. Man, I just protect the ball, man. I show them a little bit of ball. I put my body there.
Hey,
suck them in for the foul.
I'm not saying...
Do you think Grealish dives?
I'm not saying... This is not about Jack Grealish. It's about Brendan Cholakian.
I like this show. I like this show. This one's all right.
I'm not saying every time you get tackled you dive. I'm just saying, if I was a referee, I'd be more conscious of, was that actually a foul? Or was that Brendan Cholakian being Brendan Cholakian?
Fair enough. Everyone's open to their own opinion, I guess.
I can only judge you on the 3 seasons I've seen you, like, in, what's that, 6 games? 7 games? But I'm sure there's other games you haven't done it.
Yeah, fair enough.
We'll see. See if you dive against us and hit a pen or
Yeah,
something.
imagine.
Only in the box.
How was your weekend, boys, outside your football?
Yeah, what did I do? I was pretty tip weather, wasn't it? So just coffees.
You get a coffee around this area?
No, not around this area. All the beaches, nice coffee, milky coffee, and then the game on Saturday, Sunday.
It's
around the corner.
We should have just stayed. We should have just stayed.
But no, not much. Pretty chilled. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. That's obviously like, football. Football on Saturday means you get a little bit of a Sunday, which is good. But weather wasn't too great, mate. I just like spending time with my family. Really, when it's not for was conscious that I'm away, from them a fair bit with training and games. I just every moment I get, I sort of want to spend with them if I can.
Aye, class.
What'd you do, mate?
I went to the aquarium in Stirling Harbour
on a weekend.
So shite,
mate. I don't think I would have been there in like 20 years.
It was absolutely shite. It was like, don't get me wrong, obviously some of the stuff, the sharks and that, it's class, but it's just one big. There's a cattle market.
Did the wee man like it?
Aye, of course. He's on a fucking odd fish and that. That's where we obviously went. It wasn't me going myself.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We played Sunday, so same as you, mate. As soon as I get a day off, I'm like, what can I do with you, man? So we took him out there, but it's just
Saturday would have been carnage.
So
mate.
it's just there's that many people. You can only spend a couple of seconds looking at something.
Yeah.
Then you have to move, and see half the job, 3/4 of it is just walking through stairwells. And it's like the walls painted blue with a fish on it. I'm like, that's not an aquarium.
Look at who are you talking to? The person just saying to go this way is like, mate, this is shit.
That fish has not moved in 2 years. So that was pish. It was good. I said the wee man enjoyed it, but it was pish. Apart from that, mate, I just same as Jock, just chilled out with the family, mate. That was it. I don't think I done it on Friday.
Ice the hip.
Literally, mate. I did
Bin the crutches.
my rehab. Bin the crutches on Thursday. Rehab. So it's nice to get back in the gym, see for the head. Just to go in an environment where other people are training. It's been nice. But I never done much. Just get the house ready. So Emma's obviously 10 weeks. She's due.
Oh, so congrats, man. That's epic.
Every weekend is like just bits and pieces needing done, or things needing built, and
so what have you built? Have you got a cot sorted?
Nah, not yet. Because I think she's having a baby shower.
Oh, okay.
And you get
all that stuff,
vouchers or whatever for things. So we've got like a changing, I don't know, big unit thing with drawers and it folds out. I don't know.
Yeah. Mate, you're going to be good at this dad thing by the sounds of it.
all over it. Yeah. Just so chill.
Do you know what you're having?
That was it. A boy.
Oh, congrats, mate. That's epic.
Thank you.
Love it.
So that was me. And I went to the uni game. Hence my first question.
Oh yeah. You weren't happy with the refs there, that one?
Nah.
2 games for 2 weeks, mate. Well done.
I know, mate. I need to go. I'm going to go this weekend, play Marconi this weekend.
Did you ever think about doing a podcast before we did Champagne Football?
Absolutely not.
No?
Nah.
Oh, I had a couple of podcasts, but for me, the biggest time waster was always trying to find the mics. I went through it 4 different types of mics, spent a fortune.
But I think try to find the mics, hoping that the mics worked, because we used to record full podcasts.
Yeah.
And obviously some of them never worked because the mics didn't connect.
And then there's the editing afterwards.
Aye, which I wouldn't have had a clue how to do.
Just time consuming, but I think nowadays everything's so much easier. You've got LSE Studios who, we shoot the whole podcast in this studio, which has got a lounge sofa, 2 small sofas, all the personalised backing set for us.
Yeah, mics are set up. All you need to do really is bring an SD card.
Your idea.
Aye.
And then if you wanted a smaller one, you've got the studio, one room.
And the lounge is comfy
like
as.
Joe Rogan-y style.
And
then you've got the lounge room, which is more chilled out. So, 3 studios, big one, small one, chilled one, ID, SD card, and then you just go up the road and you get your full episode sent to you.
It's mad. And the ease at which it's done is perfect.
LSEstudios.com.au. I would definitely check them out. We've actually got a link in our bio, so click that if you want to check out the studios and get your podcast started.
And I'll be a guest.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
At home or away?
Be at home.
Home, yeah. Crack at that one. Good.
So you're still saying we're?
Aye, mate, I'm still
weird.
weird.
Does he got training sessions or games? So I'm just curious.
He messaged me in the week and he said, good luck and beat Raiders. He goes, beat them, mate.
100%.
He wants them down.
100%. Just want everyone that's around us to get less points than we do.
That's it.
I love it. Oh, interesting.
That's us, mate.
Oh, yeah. It's training this week?
Huh?
You going each session, aye?
Not every session, nah.
Nah. Do you go sessions?
Mm-hmm.
How many do you go?
Every week. 1 or 2 every week. Depends. On like how much time you have with the goalkeepers and stuff. I'll go every Tuesday.
Oh, so there's a question. Who was it, the goalkeeper at the weekend? So a couple of goalkeeping questions we've got later. You'll back them anyway, so maybe I'll just ask you to.
Yeah,
Right, okay, we'll get into football. Chaz, so are we going to go where first?
We'll start with the Friday game. So Sydney FC, big result on Friday.
Aye, I was quite. Sydney FC, again, unpredictable as always, but the way Marconi started, I was quite surprised with the result.
I was the same, to be fair. And it looked, I wouldn't say comfortable, but from the highlights, it wasn't like...
Yes. I would let Marconi put a fair bit of pressure on in the second half, particularly. As you'd imagine, we 1-0 with 20 minutes to go.
Chasing,
but I don't remember... It's hard with the highlights. You even, again, looked at the highlights.
I just remember Maya had a strike that looked close.
Good effort, that.
Yeah, that looked close. But outside...
Ten-Cole hit the post with a header.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. But they weren't heaps of clear.
Nah,
we were watching it during.
But there might have been button games, because I was just going to say, and same as last week, our highlights, and again this week, I watched the highlights. There's a lot of moments they do miss in the highlights. Obviously, there's a lot to chop up. It's not a goal. Then it's just, there's moments, I'm sure, your games you go, I didn't show that chance in front of goal. So there might have been more than that. But for what we've seen, it looked like Sydney FC maybe got a good result.
Sydney obviously got like a couple of when I say experience, I mean like boys that have obviously dropped down from the
Scholes,
yeah. So if they probably were in a little bit more control in comparison to if they had like all their young lads out there.
It's a bit of luck in it against Sydney FC. You need in terms of timing.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Early doors, you probably don't want them, right? Because they've got all these guys now. But then, maybe later in the season, you get the young.
It was actually quite a good goal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, good footy. Yeah,
good play.
Good football, ball fizzed across, and it was quite funny because it was a very Marconi-esque performance.
I was about to say exactly
like
that.
Marconi go 1-0 up and they shut up shop and they're quite comfortable, solid at the back.
And Joe Wade makes a cracking save as well.
Aye, he does.
Aye, tipped over the bar. But Marconi are still, what are they, second top, third top? Because it's Sydney United top.
It's United, one all.
And Marconi then St George.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
it was
St
Sydney
George.
FC.
No, well, Marconi same points as us. They're on 9.
Okay, so it's St George second, third and 10.
Yeah.
There you go. Aye, that's it. St George are second. They've got 10 points.
Yeah, because they drew one. Yeah, they drew one.
They drew with St George City.
Yeah, that's right.
Spider-Man derby.
Yep.
Spider-Man derby.
That's not bad.
St George, Marconi,
Yeah.
Sydney FC. Aye.
Oh, Sydney up there.
Yeah.
I Sydney FC are up there, but again, fucking it. You just don't know what you're going to get from them.
Yeah.
You just don't know. You wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
it's like Wanderers the other year.
I thought they were a joke,
I
man.
remember they started so well,
Like
and then
12 or something where they
That
did.
was quite a long time. They went for like, I don't quote the number, it was like, it felt like that was late in the season. They went like round 16, 17,
I reckon,
18.
yeah, it was over halfway.
Yeah.
Just
And then
It
they
was
pop
very Northern Tigers-esque.
Yeah. When Northern Tigers realise they can't actually go up because their stadium, they just start dropping games towards the end of the year. They're like, we're actually the best team in the comp, but let's just start losing games.
I'm sure Wanderers finished like 9th that year.
It was a big drop.
Big
Top
collapse.
for it.
Yeah.
Big collapse.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But half that team went on to do very good things. They're up in like, decent clubs.
Sydney United, Manly, 2-0. What was Sydney United?
Started well.
Because quietly they've started really well.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it coming. I'll speak for myself. But
Yeah.
I don't think if you'd
neither.
asked a lot of people, maybe would have thought like they'd have been top 6.
But I think that was again the conversation we had, because I do think the Championship blurred people's vision on it. And again, we said it as a different team from the Championship.
Yeah.
And there was so much negativity around Sydney United for 3 solid months. Of like, they're a shambles, they're all over the place, what's going to happen? And they've come in, so people are just writing them off without really looking at it. Because still, they brought Mason Wells didn't do the Championship, Vlasic didn't do the Championship, Glassett didn't do the Championship, McGing didn't. You threw them up, quite a few players there,
Yeah,
I mean.
of course.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, I don't think they should be judged on the Championship, right? But they also haven't had probably the most successful couple of years in NPL either, right? Like,
but last year, still, you say that, mate, but last year, like, still finished top 6, still won the Waratah Cup.
yeah.
Still lost on penalties to
true.
Marconi to qualify.
yeah,
I'm sure the year
fair
before,
shout.
they also, I think they got a Christian Cup run, they got to the last 16 of the Sugar Cup.
Yeah, fair shout. Yeah.
It's, we're on that Championship show with Clods and Adamo, and at that point, obviously, top at Sydney United, they were doing poorly in the Championship, but then we looked at the fixtures in the last, I think it was like they'd won they hadn't lost in something like 21 games. They drew a lot, obviously, but they were on a mad run towards the end of the season. But because they weren't winning games, you sort of went under the radar.
And their squad list, they were probably just people were expecting more, right? Like,
And look, their squad list. I think last year that was the biggest disappointment. This time last year, you looked at their squad and you thought, "Fuck,
that's I think that's probably the reason why everyone maybe.
So its expectation was up here, and because we didn't really stay at the top of the league a lot. And if anything, they started poorly until like round 8 or something like that, and then went on that run. I think, and they drew a lot. But I think this year, it's still early. Like,
of course.
So early.
Oh,
so early. You could lose 1 or 2 in the bounce, and all of a sudden it's a catastrophe.
Yeah, no.
But you can't ask for much more than how they've started, really.
100%.
Mason Wells looks to be starting really well, who's a great player,
he's
in my
a good
opinion.
player,
You see the chance that they missed. He was it a Cruyff or something.
Great first touch.
Oh,
First
tremendous.
touch was a joke like Zidane-esque.
He's good, man.
He's a great lad.
him.
Scores a lot of goals, man.
The young boy as well, Gabriel
Yeah,
Tiller.
that was a great assist.
Yeah, what's
17, man.
Mate,
17.
We need to get him to an A-League club before we play them, I think, mate. Let's just they get picked up like midwinter, like Geordie for us last year. Yeah, let's get him an A-League.
The young
gig.
boys this year, we spoke about it last week. Young boys, and we'll get to the Sutherland game with Julian Fideli as well,
Yeah, he
scoring
scored.
and impacted the game massively. So the young boys are doing really well in NPL. See what I see.
Tomoki Wada, is that his second goal in 2 games?
Yeah, I think he scored last week.
He used to play. Were you there when he was there? No, at
No.
Rockdale. No.
No. He was
Season
after
before.
that, yeah.
And Mason Wells obviously got to the goal. It was Will McCreary, straight red card on Anthony
Oh,
Cullen.
I
Did you
seen
see the
that,
elbow?
Seen it.
Say
I
that.
know. Aye,
Silly.
It's so silly.
Head loss, yeah.
Just
It's
banging
not. It's
a wee
nothing
bit.
like it's nothing
And it
mental,
wasn't like
but it's just
overly
stupid.
aggressive, but it was a wee
just
nudge
enough- it's
back
enough
and
to
hit
see
him.
it.
As soon
Aye,
as you do that, you're giving the referee.
It's a
Yeah,
decision
it's
they
a-
make a
Aye,
decision,
and
100%.
most refs are going like, do you know what? Why give yourself the hassle?
Yeah.
Aye, you're off, mate. It's stupid. I think he knew straight away. Didn't debate it.
I
did he?
didn't see it, and it's right in front of the bench, and it's
Yeah, the big
like,
blow-ups and yeah,
it's
don't
hard.
get away with that.
Aye. Well,
St George UNSW.
St George. Oh, you went to you were walking through it, mate. I mean, I did watch the highlights.
Aye.
Aye, on you go, Chaz.
was a difficult one. But the first minute, both teams had chances. Tristan's made a great save, and then Jaden Harbs hit one by the post, and that was in the first 90 seconds. But then when the game started to settle, Uni were probably a bit better of the two teams.
Very unlucky with the chances off the line, weren't they?
I know.
I mean, and saying that, flip side, amazing defending for St George.
100%. 100%. They've again, the highlights didn't show. There was another couple of efforts in goal. They've had the header cleared off the line.
I might be wrong. Was it Claude that missed the header as in close range?
Came back off the line.
Big chance.
I know.
Big chance. You could see he looked disappointed after. I wasn't sure.
George haven't conceded a goal.
I don't think they've conceded one.
A goal, no.
Aye.
No.
So then we switched off for a corner. They just played to the edge of the box. And
I saw that.
Again, see, I don't. It's not luck. Luck's not a thing in football. I think you make your own luck, but it's just things don't fall your way. It was a case of the balls. They've had a shot, managed to block it, went back to the same player who's hit it again. It took a deflection, went in the corner.
Aye.
And then the next one, ball across goal. Lockie Campbell's trying to get in.
Yeah.
And turned it in the goal.
But the second one, very unfortunate for your side, but those balls, that's what those balls are all about.
That's 100%.
The deliveries for that reason. Fire it in. We might not win in it, but it might hit somebody.
It might hit someone.
It caused a bit of chaos, but from the highlights, it looked like.
I think that we had moments where we got into similar positions and a final ball just wasn't quite good enough. And then Tim gets sent off, which this was what I was referring to at the start. Is sliding tackles, come off his feet across the front of the player, and his back leg's bent, and it just kind of catches the boy's standing foot.
Can I ask Chaz just to be devil's advocate? Because I only see it from
far away, 100%.
Where are you sitting?
I'm not there. I'm in the stand. Obviously.
Yeah, I think it's impossible to have an honest opinion on that.
But no, I agree with you. But
because it's right at the 40.
Haven't had conversations with Tim. With
and he wouldn't be biased.
No, but
spoke to Tim on the UNSW bench.
But see if you have done something.
Yeah,
like
you'd sort of own up to it.
You'd
say,
I done it, mistimed or whatever.
I know, I get that, but also in the moment and emotion wise, players' memories get a bit blurred, and I say that because I talk to players a lot. They go, "Oh, that wasn't my man" or something like that, and they argue the whole way, and then you have to actually get footage up and go, "I'm pretty sure that's you, marking that guy." And then I think it might not have been a red card, but it was right on the halfway. I can't judge if it was because it's too hard. In front of the fourth official, who could have also got it wrong, as we know. I don't think the bench getting up in arms made it any easier for left because
100%.
The whole bench goes up. But are they getting up because it was bad? I don't know.
But I think if you look at the player's back on his feet in about 4 seconds.
So that's not an indication.
To see what's happening, and then he gets up on his feet. No one comes on the pitch, so there wasn't a lot of contact there.
It'd be good to know a St George. What Raf thinks of it, because they might are they super biased towards it, or is it like it was 50-50? Because I honestly, there's no camera.
But then
is there a video at that side?
No, there's not.
Nah.
The side. Then again, you look at consistency though. So then in the second half, they've had two tackles, straight leg, and the other side of the pitch that are both yellow cards. And one of them is a hell of a lot worse. It's like literally 2 straight feet.
Yeah, well there you go.
And he catches a boy.
Is that one you sent the manager of? Aye, that looks bad.
It catches him in the shin, and the referee gives yellow cards.
Yeah, no.
So again, it's like if that's a red card,
then you got to give the other.
Then surely that is. So that again, it's more consistency. But then in the second half, 10 men. St George obviously had more of the ball, but
second half we used to have a chance in the second half, you know.
We did, and then we the second header was just before half time after we went down to.
Well, the first half, I think that was it. That was going at half time at that score line with 10 men. Tough after that, but up to half time, you look like a better team. I thought.
I thought the boys were very, very good. Tristan's had to make some big saves in the second half, which is to be expected. But
do you know what I think might have killed Tim? I just think that red card would kill Tim, because Tim, what I like about Tim is he played a lot of time in the UK, so he's very aggressive with his tackling, but he's a good defender, but it leaves a bit on his tackles, so you know you're up against them.
100%.
But the fair tackles, I think Australian football can quite soft sometimes. Like,
I agree.
And I said this last year as well. I don't think the players on the pitch help, because every tug, it's like people go hey, and you're like, fucking hell, man. Can we get in your top at stop start all the time? That contributes to that, because it's every bit of impact. Every time someone hits the deck, every time a tackle that looks aggressive, people want a foul or a free kick, and he goes into every tackle like that. So I think if he's done that at force, and even if it is a good tackle, right in front of the bench,
Yeah,
their bench.
100%.
I think that
Looks worse than what it
there's a bit of bias, subconscious bias towards it. It might kill him as well, but it's not. I don't think it's something that's going to get rescinded, is it?
Nah, definitely.
Aye.
Definitely not.
But I mean, St George. Need to talk about St George, undefeated, not
killing
conceded a goal. So that's right, isn't it?
They're not conceded.
Aye, that's a fantastic start to the season. And that was last year. Look at Spirit, you look at Marconi. That was the two biggest reasons they were up there, because the defensive record was amazing. The years Rockdale went on that run, the same thing as well. If you want to win a league, you're going to be up there. You need to have a solid defensive unit, and it's a tremendous start. And that's without Antonius really kicking the ball yet.
Aye.
I think he's had played one game. I think.
I played one.
Aye.
Olympic and Spirit.
Oh, a decent game, by the way.
I did look like a good game.
I looked good. I thought Spirit looked like they created quite a lot of chances.
They did. They had more chances.
And
Especially
then
second half as well.
Aye.
So second half.
And then Vakis had that big. Was it Vakis? No, Vakis. Who had the chance? The 1-on-1. Vakis is at Zagreb.
Zagreb.
Who was it? Someone went through 1-on-1, tried to go around Chris.
And Simon Nicholas with the tackle.
Aye, great block for Simon.
Block.
That's Simon all over. But
He was absolutely furious with Chris.
aye, but I talk about Simon all the time. He's so underrated, mate. That's him. If you want somebody in your team who will defend for their life, block everything, throw himself in front of everything, who's a pure
And
winner, that's him.
You look at moments in games.
Yeah,
They equalised
Aye.
90 seconds
Yeah,
later.
yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
Like,
Brilliant.
it's big moment.
It's a good result. That Olympic is tough to go to at Belmore.
Yeah,
Hard
yeah.
place to play. And Belmore, obviously Olympic have started pretty well.
Yeah, I've started.
They did have their moments Olympic as well, to be fair. They had a few chances, but fair play, I think. Spirit on the surface again, looking at highlights, it looked like they deserved the points.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a good penalty as well. The Kami.
Wee Shockey looked to throw a mock.
Aye. Shocky Yoshida.
Aye. Every single highlight was him on the ball.
But then Olivich needs to have done better.
Oh yeah, that first
Aye.
one. Yeah.
It's kind of scorned underneath him. And it's
And that changes the game.
But it's actually
Aye.
very clever from because he opens up as if he's going to go, which is why he leans in, and then he reverses it and actually watch it quite closely. He's meant it, like he's
Aye.
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
probably
pull
changed
it
his angle. Yeah.
back into the near post. So it's a great strike from him.
Yeah.
Good point. I mean, that's Spirit. Was that 6 points they're on?
6 aye.
Aye.
And then we'll jump on to you boys.
Were you watching that one?
We will watch that one.
So, you had some zing off the bar, didn't you?
Oh,
That was a decent
that would
effort,
have been
by the
that
way.
real, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I had to go grind him and like Cholakian. I went, what? You can kick it that far?
Reached it on the full. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Mate, Levi told me before the game that normally he can't stand and reach the crossbar, but he could at the SD Raiders game, so he reckons the goals are short.
Oh.
I'm just putting it out there.
Levi can't touch a crossbar.
Like a full size goal.
Right,
He said something like that. He said he could touch it or put his hand on top of it or something.
It's a good goal.
Oh,
It's a
I'd
great
say.
ball, that.
Great
Great
ball.
ball, good finish.
And it was
from
actually some
Weeks.
decent build up from us generally
Yeah.
in that prior
Was
That's like 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Did he get an assist as well?
Yeah, you can assist
Yeah.
the second goal for,
aye,
for
good
Moody.
play,
Yeah,
lads. Good
yeah
play.
He
man.
actually did
class.
really well there, like in terms of the timing, but that's shit defending.
Yeah, it's great ball though. It
I
makes
think
it
those
very,
balls
very
that are curling, inwards,
So hard to deal
it's
with.
tricky to defend that.
Where's the pizza van?
difficult.
It's gone. Fig made a few good saves in this game as well, to be fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a wee bit
I mean, it was your view in the game from highlights. It looked like SD had a couple of chances, but it looked like you were comfortable.
Yeah, we seem pretty comfortable. We've got like still some improvement to do. For
Levi
sure.
made some good saves.
Yeah, Levi was
a big one-on-one in the second
big
half.
one-on-one.
That's right,
yeah.
aye. That's right.
Levi's a freak. But yeah, look, I think we felt in control of it. We created a lot of chances that we were happy with, but like I said, we've got some things to just tidy up a little bit, just to restrict some chances that were really just caused from us being a little bit sloppy.
So here, the central defender doesn't need to come across as well.
it just doesn't.
Well, Wiggs
He's
here.
killed
Wiggs
it.
celebrates before he's even put the ball in the net. Like,
Yeah, 2 hands up.
does that all the time, man.
Such stupid defending from the
strange,
central player.
yeah.
Bit weird, yeah.
Because the Lockie McGrath is
And what's
making
he
the
what's he
recovery
gonna
run.
and Wiggs isn't
And he was
gonna
actually on the outside.
What's
of
the
Yeah,
thought? Aye,
he's
what-
gonna
kind of the
get
far
there.
post almost.
what about Moody's celebration?
mate.
It's the homage to Vinicius.
Yeah, I don't mind, mate. He can keep doing whatever he wants as long as he keeps banging in goals, mate. Yeah, I'm happy with him.
This is the one. I thought you were going to go down there as well.
No, mate, don't say that.
That was a decent sight. That.
Yeah, it
That was a
wasn't.
good strike.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, well, this is more just a
Oh, he's
scuffed
got to do
one.
better.
Yeah, he's got to
Yeah.
do better, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
It's just to
solid
wrap his
chance.
foot around it.
Yeah. I think it's the next one that Levi makes a big one.
It was a pretty open game anyway.
Yeah, a
The
lot of-
chances are decent.
Like
Yeah.
half chances, definitely, yeah.
The field is,
I was going to say, how was the pitch?
huge, mate. It
Oh,
feels
it's massive.
Yeah.
far
Oh,
out.
it's
And
But short.
it's Probably just normal size, but I feel like it feels shorter because it's so wide. It's so wide.
It is wide. But it feels like the goal kicks were flying.
Yeah. And it's quite like it's curved, like it's
got that Marconi, like,
Is that not for drainage? Is that not for drainage?
Was it?
I don't know.
Were you practicing
Usually they've got a camber for drainage.
for Levi during the week?
No, but we will have to this week.
What about that finish?
Yeah, great strike.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a great finish.
Yeah.
Belter. SD. Obviously,
I just felt bad for Levi because he had such a good game.
Yeah,
He deserved the clean sheet, and just that last sort of like scuff shot on that pitch, just the scuff's clearance.
The whistle goes. Maybe Scholes here, by the way.
Does he?
Aye.
Decent. Keeper probably
And
doesn't.
he dances in the corner again. I mean, Levi as well. At the end of that whistle, like, these are all buzzing, but he's probably thinking.
Yeah, he was cooking. He was cooking.
I know.
And to be fair, actually, we'll cook on for him too because we're just like he deserved it. Played so well.
I know, and you said that he's on a $300 clean sheet bonus.
A 6, but yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
SD, you talk about SD's obvious introduction to the league. Tough start. Getting an NPL win for the first time is tricky. So in the morning, I've been using these wee things.
What are they?
Well, they're hydration sticks, so Isogenics make them. In the morning, I usually just wake up, mouth is dry as an Arab sandal, and I smash a pint of water. But I've been sticking these in the drinks. They're got a wee bit of flavour to them, got electrolytes in them. They're class.
You can get them and everything else in the Isogenic store with a 10% discount using code CFS10 or clicking on the link in the description box below.
They've been... Olympic result was a hard one, the red card, obviously. Yeah. Maybe remove that one from conversation because the 10 men is not going to help. But how did you think they were?
Oh, look, I think they had really good moments. Like they were trying to play the right way, and you can see they've got like some attacking threats if they can get it going. It's just difficult, mate. Like coming into this league when it's probably a different style of football in comparison to what you're playing in NPL 2. But look, that place isn't easy to go to. I think they'll get some results there.
Yeah, I think they will. I feel their style.
It's just going to take some
time. Like,
that's what I mean.
Gun ho and like their fullbacks just bomb on.
Yeah.
I think they'll start picking up results.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's just coming into the league. A lot of players may not have played at this. Like it takes some time to.
I think it's hard because you look at moments, you get punished for moments in this.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas last year,
you take a chance
for UNSW and for SD Raiders, you could afford one or two wee mistakes in games because the striker might not capitalise, and if you missed a chance, you'd always get another one.
100%.
Whereas here, as you say, the standards are better, people are more organised. So if you are in control of a game, it's so important that you take advantage, and if you get the opportunity,
you got to take that chance or you get punished.
It goes up the other end and it bites you in the backside.
100%.
Who did they play last week?
UNSW was one each.
Okay. Oh, it showed late, didn't they?
Aye.
92nd minute or something.
92nd, 93rd minute, and then almost won it, and then 95th.
Yeah, I saw that.
I said that.
But I get 3 points for you boys, and then we'll jump on to Apia versus What wasn't Apia versus
Wollongong.
Yeah.
First minute.
I was going to say Wollongong.
Flying off the kickoff.
That's made 2 decent
saves. Yeah, in the early stages. Yeah.
And also need to mention Temba back playing. Brilliant. Brilliant. Man, I've seen a couple of clips of him playing. But
that's what we're saying is they've not been defending the best, and he goes in and they keep a
message to the gaffer there, eh?
I don't think there's any like when Temba. I obviously can't talk about it now because he's just come back from injury. But before his injury, he was arguably the best defender on the comp. Superb. So hopefully, like you probably are a better place to speak about this. Because Chalk said you've been terrible in training, but I mean it'd be interesting to see how he comes back to performance wise. And you see it in professional football, sometimes it takes a bit of time. But I've also seen players. Ollie Wiggins, a great example, who actually came back, hit the ground running straight away. Mickey Honestable was the same. Came back for his ACL and pretty much turned around Spirit season 2 years ago. So it can definitely happen. So good luck to him, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Presley Ortiz scored the opener. A good chance before that. Saul season.
It was a good save because I actually don't mind the dink over the keeper there. It's like probably the right play. Then he scored a bomb.
I thought he just looked so dangerous.
Who?
Ortiz.
Yeah,
he's dangerous, mate. He's one of the top scorers of the year.
But there was just there was a period of like 10 minutes in the highlights where he kept picking the ball up on Apia's left hand side.
10 minutes in the highlights.
No, and it just every time he got the ball, it just looked so dangerous.
Yeah, I think he's one of those players that also, if it's a type of game for him where he can run into those channels, it's really suited for him. And that looked like a game where that's where he was getting a lot of space, and it's just perfect for him, I think, when he makes those runs.
Because it was from there he set up Segreto.
Yeah.
Is that his first goal of the season? Ortiz?
Second, I think.
Second, I feel like he scored one maybe in the
Great
first.
finish.
Yeah, great finish.
Top
finish.
Yeah.
But he's only top 3 top scorers in there.
Yeah.
Somewhere thereabouts.
And then Solskjaer's obviously had a good game as well.
Aye.
Started the season well, Solskjaer.
He's a good keeper.
Yeah,
He's a good keeper. I thought, was he not linked with you boys start of the season?
I thought he was actually coming to you guys.
I think that game it looked like Wolves started well, but then when Appi got a hold of it,
Yeah, 100%.
Limit Par's hard to go to, man.
That's what happens.
it is.
Hard place to go to, man.
Fast pace, yeah.
The game that you boys played them last year was amazing. Was it 3-3, 4-4? Was it 3-3?
4-3 we lost.
Oh, it was a better game. That's right. That was some game. Brilliant. That's probably one of the best games I've watched in NPL.
Yeah, it was
watching
good.
it. Class.
Yeah, it was hectic.
The St George beat Western Sydney Wanderers 1-0 at Penshurst.
It looks like they pumped him. And by the way, you speak about little dinks of the keepers. You see Jai Rose's attempt?
Oh my god.
I mean, I think Jai Rose is quality, but he tried to do it. Did you see it?
No,
Keeper made an arse of
outside
it.
of his foot. What did the goalkeeper?
I don't know what the keeper was trying to do.
So he took a touch to the side and he's went to strike it with his right foot, but know that with your left foot
Yeah.
catches the ball.
Oh yeah.
So it goes left foot,
Two-touch.
air swings with the right foot, and then their player picks it up and cuts it back, and Jai Rose has tried to dink.
But he tried to dink it like
the outside of his foot.
From distance? Where was he?
Like
18 yards.
18 yards.
okay.
And the keeper's just caught it. And it was like 3-1 or 3-2 at that point. It was a big moment, man.
Was that a 0-0 as well?
I think it was 1-0. 1-0 at that point
But
to
that
St
could have
George.
got it back.
Yeah.
Still a big massive chance. I finished 1-0, didn't
I finished one.
Yeah,
penalty?
Penalty, yeah.
But it looked like St George had plenty of chances.
Aye.
Lots of chances. Again, talk about hard places to go. Penshurst.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
One of the hardest.
Yeah, mongrel plays to go.
One of the hardest. Away fixtures in NPL are tough in general.
Yeah.
'Cause every ground is so different.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
mad.
Do you know what's funny, right? You talk about that. It's like you look at the runs of games, and see last year, looking at like SC Raiders and UNSW coming into the league. Last year, you looked at it and thought, right, that's an easier game. That's potentially a bit easier still. But see, when you look at fixtures now,
No,
it's like
mate,
they're all
there's-
hard games.
Yeah, there's none.
But I still say that last year was still like, Central Coast away was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal. Sunday Central Coast away was a nightmare. Mountain Drew away, Popping Data was also tough.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any game.
Nah, mate.
You look at an NPL where I say, like we say, staff, fancy 3 points. You obviously always back yourself to win, but I think you're always going tough place to go. Pitch is different. Oh fuck, I hate that grass.
Yeah. Like even Raiders, like obviously you pencil that in as something that if you want to be winning stuff, you got to take 3 points. But we're turning up there like, mate, if we don't actually start well here on that type of pitch against a team that's proper up for it, mate,
Chasing for the first win.
You drop points there easy.
Well, the reality is all the games are tight, and I said this before off there. Watching the highlights, that St George game with Wanderers was probably the only one I watched where the other team didn't really have a ton of chances, and the chance that came from a mistake from the goalkeeper. But more often than not, either team has chances. Sydney United, Manly maybe as well because of the red card, or that helped. But most games, it could go either fucking way, man.
Yeah.
It's big moments.
The last game is your game, Gary.
Oh, it's really my game. Blacktown Sutherland.
So we'll play the highlights of this as well.
That's a bobbly pitch, by the way.
That needs to be redone.
Bobble City. I mean, there's a few key moments. We'll talk about it after the highlights finish playing. A few key moments get missed from both sides here, but probably didn't do the first half. The first half had a lot more chances from both sides. It's not really showed you. This is the goal.
This is a great ball.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Delightful.
yeah.
Oh, mate.
The ball's unbelievable.
Not a bad finish as well.
Great. We'll talk about it on the bench. Obviously, defensively, there's always something you can improve upon. But I just feel
mate, a ball like that,
That's
literally,
so good.
that's the only place you can. That's the only place you can put that ball and just put it perfectly.
Just put it there.
That's a dive as well. That.
Aye, definitely. The commentator shouted, "Cholakian!"
Such a stupid tackle.
It was a pen, mate.
It's not needed, yeah.
It was just daft. Late tackle. You good player, but that fullback.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Tanaka, is that his name?
Yeah, I like him.
A good pen, and then
Ferry Cam, was that his first goal of the season?
first goal of the season, mate. He scored quite a few. I think he scored like 5 or 6 in pre-season, to be fair to him, and that was an own goal by Jamie.
He's raging.
Aye, well,
Who's he raging at?
who?
Something that the ball got to where it got to.
Is that what it? Yeah. Good finish, bro.
But what on that training, to be fair.
And he's not blowing up. He's celebrating.
And there's little jokes for Derek on. Gets a goal, come off the bench, young boy, plays 20s. He actually, funny story, he actually get brought up to the first grade in the 20s. Gaffer's like, oh, you're in the first grade. he's like, I'm doing 20 minutes. He's like, you're not doing 20 minutes, Sheriff. And he was like debating with the guy going, no, we're doing 20 minutes. He's like, no, you're fresh for first kid.
Wow, that's
So
good
class.
on him. Good on him. Yeah, I love that sort of stuff.
Aye, scores and he gets the assist. I think he plays the ball through for the pen, the next penalty as well. This is second yellow.
Oh, for O'Brien.
Aye, the second yellow card. To be fair, he'd done just tugs of the shirt, pulled down 3 or 4 times, and that was just an accumulation of fouls. I think. I can't remember what his first yellow was for.
To be fair, mate, he's got a bit of a short fuse. This fella, he always, even in our match the week before, he was proper giving it a go.
He just
it was off the ball.
Jamie's clever, man.
Yeah, Jamie is very clever. Yeah. He knows how to rope you in for it. You know.
That was Jules again having a little strike at goal.
Yeah.
And this is another chance, I think. This is Jules again.
Oh, is that the same kid? Is that a good one?
We only played 15 minutes. Had some massive impact on the game. This is Jules again as a wee man. That's his second yellow. Yeah. It's like stupid. I mean,
tough,
it's just stupid. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that's a bad one.
But I'd imagine that's an accumulation because again, I played him last week, Blacktown, and like fair play, good player, wants to win ball back, and like he's aggressive on that. But I imagine that's an accumulation. That's just not a yellow for that. You know, it's accumulation, and that's just so silly.
It's stupid.
He's just literally.
He's actually defending them well in the channel.
Yeah, he's going to the sideline.
Aye.
Yeah, there's no need.
No.
It was brilliant, but I'd love to see it. And then a big fair play, Nick. That's a pressure penalty, man.
Yeah.
But almost the
last.
last.
Is that sort of middle? Like, did you go high middle?
More central. Look, that game was again didn't show you quite a few big moments. I think the first half, first 20 minutes, we were definitely at the start of the better. Had 3 or 4 big chances, and then Blacktown came right into it. I'd say from like the second part of the first half, Blacktown had some big moments. Probably the biggest moment, Mitch Malley should have got a pen. Done a tremendous Cruyff.
I watched it like
it was a pen.
I actually messaged him last night and I didn't know what he'd say, and it was Mitch Malley a pen ? Because it's similar position to where that last pen was given.
Was it like
but
that?
He's turned inside and the defender's just like
Defender's still facing the sideline.
Yeah.
So he's Cruyffed him and tried to get round, and he can't get round, and it's a penalty 100%. Doesn't get the penalty, and then Niz makes a big save as well, and then goes in at half time. Obviously get that goal at 1-0. I'd probably, don't get me wrong, at half time if it was 0-0, I don't think anyone would have grumbled too much. Second half, Sutherland came out the better team. I think over the whole piece deserved. I think probably edged it, not by much, but edged it. But it was 9 when they had 9 men. They went through. It was 2-2, and we have a free kick at the halfway line. We put people in the box. Obviously, we can commit people forward. We've got extra men. We went short with it. We've played to Yanni Nicolau, who's like inside their half, just to then clip it again.
Box,
but someone's just pressed it aggressively, blocked it. They went through. Fucking like maybe 3-on-2 or 3-on-3.
I thought it was a 2v1 basically.
It was recovering players, but it's a massive chance, and the boy just overhits his pass to go through 1-on-1, and then a minute and a half later, we get a pen and win a game. So it was for a neutral, it'd have been quite especially second half.
It would have been fun
entertaining game. But massive win for Sutherland. Blacktown will be disappointed considering not to even get a point out of it, considering the position they're in.
Continuing 2-2.
But I do think the 8 minutes added time came from them time wasting at 2-1. So it's sort of
give and take.
They shot himself in the foot a little bit. Like I need to say, I didn't mention this, but Mitch Malley and Travis Major to be 2 players amongst the young squads still stand out massively. Travis Major in the air is ridiculous.
He's bloody good.
The amount of headers he wins is a joke, man. Because he plays in that channel and the keeper just hits him. I think he wins almost every single header.
Him as well, back stick,
very good at it.
Brilliant. And then Mitch Malley still got that technical ability he's got. It's a joke, man. A joke. But look, it was a massive win for Sutherland. Blacktown disappointed. Keeps the league quite close together.
It does. Sydney United obviously 4 from 4 we spoke about earlier. And then there's St George. Everyone there's close, isn't they? From Rockdale.
It's still too early to know what's happening.
Yeah, still too early.
Just need to, all teams need to, you win 2 or 3 in the bounce.
Aye.
And it changes because everyone beats each other. There's no game you look at, to your point, Chaz. There'll be no games this weekend I look at and be like, they'll win. That'll be a win, that'll be a victory. It's 2. Like UNSW, Sydney United, for instance, say they were playing each other this weekend. Bottom versus top. It would not surprise me if UNSW won. Not at all.
That's why NPL's so good.
It's class. What's it Harrison used to always say? Best league in the world? Every comment on Facebook, Harrison used to best league in the world after the comment. It is, man. Brilliant.
That's
It's
the
entertaining.
big talking point NPL 2. Bankstown City Lions.
First dub.
Oh yeah.
First win.
Aye, brilliant. Good on them.
Euro wasn't playing.
Oh, was he not playing?
I think he's injured.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think he's injured. Aye.
Euro.
I think someone else.
What's he got? Do you know?
I don't know. Mate. The only reason I know is because Big Jamie Perchesky went to the game, and I was talking to him and he says, "Oh, Euro wasn't playing." Then I seen the celebrations after, and Euro was in his.
Oh, so
his
it's funny
gear.
that because I'm in a group chat with Blakey and Euro, it's mainly just us smashing each other. And as soon as like the SD Raiders game just finished, and I'd already got a message, or like maybe by the time I got home, I'd already got a message from Euro of them like celebrating the Sheds. Never mentioned he wasn't playing, just quietly. I'll have to. He's kept that one quiet.
But then, you know, like you look at it and you think, well, it's the first game he's not played. And
Well, and look, you got to do the right thing and probably work him back through 20s now once he's fit. Yeah, because you can't just step back into a starting spot. You know,
good as well.
Yeah, for his own good.
Rosanowski, the striker, scored the
Well,
first
mate,
goal.
Aye, fuck it. I mean,
But it's
he won't get paid this week either because of that as well.
I'm sure he's got a clause. I'm sure he's got
But I look at it, I think fair play to Bankstown because of all the games to play, maybe Northern Tigers another one, probably the hardest fixture they've got in a moment where probably the biggest amount of pressure's been on them.
Yeah.
So internal pressure as well, probably inside the club,
100%.
like
Oh, yeah,
there'll be
would've
questions
been.
getting asked.
Yeah.
Outside the club, plenty of questions getting asked, and that's they stood up. To be fair,
Yeah,
got to
they
win.
needed that if they wanted to sort of turn things around. I think they had to win.
Like Spartans are a good team as well. They've started really well, so
Yeah,
big win. I didn't see. I seen
Saw
Sorge's goal.
Header,
Header, and I seen Gozanovski's goal.
Shabao scored as well.
But Bankstown City, have you seen it? They put highlights up. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Aye, class footage, by the way.
Yeah, the footage is good.
They're fucking brilliant. But they just put up quite late. It's like a Wednesday or something like that.
It goes up after this.
So if anyone for Bankstown, if you're listening, if you can get up on
But again,
a bit earlier, they're brilliant.
It's actually really good that like we talk about the kind of infrastructure and what clubs are doing in the background. The fact that they've obviously willing to get a camera person there and record,
Invested
and do all
properly.
the
Yeah,
Should
fair
be
play to
up,
him.
man.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
Brilliant. Is it not South Coast Flames or Central Coast or something does that as well?
Central Coast United
Is that-
have
does it-
YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Their games on
Aye.
YouTube every week.
Are we commentators?
Aye.
The commentators?
The commentators travel. And
That's
So,
decent.
but to me,
Aye.
right, that shows it's very doable.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
That's not something that's massively out of reach to get someone.
I guess you've got to have the people because
person.
the person
Yeah,
because I'd imagine the ones from Central Coast United that's probably volunteer work, right?
I don't know. No idea.
I'd assume.
Maybe
But
maybe
no,
they get a
but
small
say
amount.
You said, right, there's $200 to go and commentate on the game, and you're a journal or you're someone who wants to be involved in the football.
Yeah, it's not
bad
not
gig.
a bad
Yeah.
gig. Maybe we should send
More
some of
than I was getting paid at uni
the.
last year.
We'll get two of the committee boys from the Rockdale fans section to do commentate on the Rockdale YouTube channel.
Fan zone.
Mate, yeah, fans.
That'd
That's what I
be
mean.
some
Just
laugh.
imagine that.
I would rather tune into that.
Yeah.
100%.
That'd be fantastic.
I think stuff like that will come in.
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
can
yeah.
get,
That'd be
like,
amazing.
Just like
A fan
good
zone?
personalities commentating on
yeah.
games.
That'd be class.
Yeah, it would be good.
I would listen to that, but it must be. I'd like to know how Central Coast United do it and
Yeah.
how much hassle it is for Bankstown to do it. I'm not sure. Maybe Jude that does Bankstown Cities.
Yeah, Jude,
Commentates?
I think does.
I think he was doing the Tigers game.
Right, okay.
But I know he obviously commentates in the A-League, so you've got an A-League commentator fucking doing the NPL 2
I'll
games.
speak to John, who
What UNSW? How come they don't do anything? I mean, this is not me like taking the piss. Do you know anything why? Because they've got a decent infrastructure. They've got must have a media degree or something.
Yeah, get someone out of the
Aye.
uni. Yeah.
I
actually,
think there's so
that's
much
true.
scope for the uni with all things like that, like strength and conditioning people, like physios, like people can
Yeah.
all get their hours. So I don't know what the background is.
I feel like it just can't be that hard. It's just to stick a camera up and
Yeah.
I know.
even
But
just
I'll,
for very lost the UNSW fans just to watch it.
I'll find out how Central Coast do it.
I'd be keen to know because I feel like those are like sometimes like when we spoke to people at Football Nation of Wales and we were hitting out ideas and a lot of it seems like it's quite a lot of stuff overwhelming. I'm like no, you don't have to revamp everything. There's really some low hanging fruit. So you go that's not that hard. There's 2 steps. It doesn't cost a lot of money.
Because you're not really looking at you don't need a Hollywood production.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, that's
You
right.
just need a
And
camera.
then have the footage.
And
Because
so-
everyone
Exactly.
gets their game. So
Yeah.
it'd just be about clipping it up.
Yeah,
which
that's it.
you
And you can
get
do it
anyone
AI
to
half the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's a very, very doable thing. Again, I think if you look at a UNSW or a Sydney Uni who have got probably volunteers, I think the amount of people who are passionate about football, you're
and just want to start.
just want involved.
to get into
Yeah,
it.
get
It's
in.
hard to get
Especially if
into
they're not
football.
players, and they go, "Do I just want on a Saturday night? I'll go and look forward to
Yeah.
going to this game." And as I said, $100 or so, even $100, pay for your petrol, a couple of beers afterwards. They go and get to watch a
The
game.
reality is people
I agree.
will probably watch the game anyway.
I agree. Yeah, you're
If
doing
it's
it there.
accessible, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, no excuse. Every club get footage of your games on. Brilliant.
So around NPL 2 Tigers as well.
Great
4
start.
from 4.
Yeah, they're rolling.
That looks solid.
You were saying the other day about that. That is it. Ali Brown.
Yeah, Ali's tidy.
Yeah,
good player.
Yeah, he's a great
Scored
player. Good
scored
left
in
foot.
his 200th game last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
200 game
Yeah.
But so we spoke
Good
to
player,
him.
man.
We spoke to him the same day we spoke to you, and we asked him about the whole, obviously shit in the bed thing, the standard with him. Obviously, he knew exactly what the problem was. No one kidding on. He had obviously nobody's a clue what he's like. Don't know why it's happening, but it looks like it could happen again. And in terms of like they've started how they always
started
start.
so well. Yeah.
Can this be the year that they? Because this is the first year they've got a new gaffer. It's been the same gaffer for the last.
Well, could be that.
7,
Could
8
be
years.
something,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I think they needed a change because it was the same thing happening. They were doing really well, playing good football, recruitment was good, well organised for what I heard over the years. It's just couldn't get it over the line when it mattered. So,
And they seem to have a good squad now.
aye.
Alex
They're
said
always
they've
good, man.
strengthened, Like
They're always good.
Picked up a few extra players, and it feels that last year in particular, because of the Australia Cup run,
Yeah.
they went on the World
they
Cup
did well.
final. They were just a wee bit kind of leggy when it came
No
to it.
doubt. Yeah.
So they've got a few extra bodies in. But again, started well. Kai Denton scored twice for them at the weekend.
Oh, did he? Aye,
Back amongst the
good.
goals,
'Cause he didn't play against Bankstown. He was on the bench.
But he scored 2 at the weekend.
Aye, good on him. Well, that's that because they've got the squad is strong, Northern Tigers, but the question is just going to remain is can they do it the whole year?
Yeah.
Because Bankstown, if they can get a bit of rhythm,
And
That's a-
Spartans as well.
that's a team who's going to be up their
Yeah,
arse.
they've
Yeah,
got-
it's
they've
also
got
about.
depth.
I feel like it's depth in that league as well, right? Because so many grueling fixtures.
Do you know, that's like, you look at us last year. If the window didn't come when it came, we signed Nathan Roberts.
You
Yeah,
sang well. You
true.
sang well, did you know?
And then we signed Taji, who just come back
Oh,
from
yeah.
UAE.
Yeah.
And the two of them went, and Nathan scored in his debut, the winner against
Yeah.
ST
He was a
That's
big
right.
signing for you.
Yeah.
so,
Nathan's
I think
huge.
even the changing room, like going
Yeah.
towards like the big games,
Yeah.
and you
Someone
can
who's
look,
been
you
at
can
the-
look at a player and go, "Fuck, he's an NPL one proper
he
player."
could win us the game.
Aye,
like,
aye,
yeah.
aye.
100%.
How's he been this year?
Injured, mate.
Oh, he's been
That's
injured?
all. I think at uni there's 7 bodies out.
Oh, really?
And two
Wow.
were away at the weekend. One was in New Zealand for a wedding, and Lynchy was in India for work.
Do you know what's the absolute worst, by the way?
What?
See if you get something lost or damaged, especially in business wise, and then you're not insured. It's brutal.
I'd recommend insurers. You can jump online, insurers.com.au, and get a free quote in 30 seconds. Or you can visit the link in the description box below. So then
Oh, he sells curries, doesn't he?
Sean Woods is injured. He just came back. He was suspended for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I heard about that from last year, right?
Yeah, from last year. He was suspended he gets 8th yellow against Tigers in the final game of the season.
It's mental yellows carry on.
I know, it's rough,
surprises
that.
me.
So he missed
I'm-
the first 2, came back, played a half against SD Raiders, set up the goal, had to go off at half time, done something to his back, and now he's out again. Taji's done his knee, Connor Quilligan's injured, Nathan Roberts is injured.
And they're big players too.
Yeah.
They're
What's
big
wrong with
names.
Nathan?
It was his hamstring at the start, now it's his groin, I think. So
Oh,
he
what?
came back in, and then he came on, I can't remember what game it was he came on, and then within 3 or 4 minutes, something else had went.
Oh, shit.
man.
Tough, aye. And it
good.
just kills you, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of injuries, Kosh Matatos is injured again.
Oh, no.
I know, poor guy.
Serious?
It's other knee, I think it's his meniscus, he said.
Oh, man.
I don't know Costa personally, but he was talking to some of the boys at Sutherland, and I was just in the conversation.
yeah.
But I didn't even notice. He was halfway through the conversation, and one of the boys went, "Oh, what happened to your knee?" And I looked down, he had a brace on.
Oh no, it's not good.
Opposite knee, not the knee he had, which I suppose maybe look at it as a
positive,
positive,
yeah,
but he said that I don't think he had 100% diagnosis of what it was, but I think he said it looks like meniscus.
No, you say that just in the return to injury front. Alex Malfara, so he done his
Yeah,
knee
he's back.
in pre-season last
Did he
year.
play at the weekend?
Yeah,
So he played 20 minutes in the 20s 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
Played 60 minutes last week.
yeah,
And due to injuries, went in and started at the weekend.
yeah,
And he was unreal.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
he started for you.
He-
I started
Against
first
George?
good.
He bossed it up.
George.
That's
Played
Yeah.
90?
90
I
minutes?
played about 85.
What a weapon.
Okay.
But like, I don't know how he
Stress the
managed
last
it.
Yeah, yeah.
But like,
That's
it
him
was,
for the next 6
it was
weeks.
incredible. And
Yeah.
see, Mark,
Aye, good on him.
if you know him, he just is so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
So see, when things are a wee bit hard, he's the one that runs
Picks
and
it
he
up.
just,
Nah, he's-
yeah, lifts people.
He's a
with-
beast.
Oh,
I
that's
was speaking
good,
to him in the off season, to be fair, and he said that he was putting in a fair bit of work. So I'm happy to see him back,
yeah.
mate. He's, yeah.
I think
Buzzing
his
for him, man.
podcast appearance got my start. You might get a game this weekend, mate. You never know.
Yeah, but some other surprise results I would say in NPL 2. Berries beat Jets 4-1.
I
That was
think
up at Newcastle, wasn't it?
the early academy
Jets are
teams have started.
struggling,
Started a bit funny. The Bills and Jets.
Bulls lost 2-1 to Rydalmere.
That's not that surprising, was it?
I know, but
Did Isaac score?
no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Checked. And Western City Rangers were
4-3.
2-0 down to Zagreb.
I saw that.
Went 4-2 up, and then Zagreb 4-3.
Did you speak to
Yeah.
anyone
It's a good
from
game, man.
the game now?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
No, but I
Could
saw I've got Warren, the coach,
Yeah.
on socials, because obviously he coached me at Manly, and he posted some of the footage of like just some interplay, because I like Waz in the sense that like he'll try and build a culture at a club, he'll try and build a playing style or whatever. Obviously, when he came to Manly, he somewhat adopted the framework that was already in place and then added his own spin on it. But he posted some clips of like the way they were playing, and they looked like they played some real good footy that match.
They've got a good squad.
Yeah,
Got a good squad.
yeah. Yeah.
But they're at home. They were at home.
It was a
Oh,
problem,
they, like, I know Zagreb lost the game, but they've started well for a
They
team.
started very well.
Yeah.
For a team that's just been promoted.
Very
They'll,
well.
they'll do well.
signed pretty-
They signed
Yeah,
well.
they
Yeah.
signed pretty well.
Who's so obviously they signed Vakis, who's obviously.
O'Toole, I think. Connor
Yeah,
O'Toole.
Oh,
Connor
O'Toole,
O'Toole.
yeah.
Is that so why did he not sign for UNSW?
I didn't. I think that we were happy with the left backs. Is the left back in it?
I put against. I want to ask because he put against Sutherland in the pre-season friendly.
I think that they were quite. They did not
Also, it was
cover.
UNSW's choice.
Aye.
Oh, was it? Aye, okay. But that's a good signing because he was what? How long ago was he in the league?
Probably a couple of years ago.
And now he's playing
playing
NPL 2 with Zagreb. That's a great signing for Zagreb.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then Vak is obviously just out of the championship. Fucking strong. But they've started well, fair play to them.
Yeah.
Anyone did Coley play at all?
I'll tell you right now.
Don't the big man scored yet, has he?
I thought Radley looked alright. I mean, I only watched that
started
game
well.
against Bankstown.
Yeah.
At least they won again the weekend.
Do you know-
They won every game, I think.
Yeah.
Raidomira can be very useful.
Have they won-
Raidomira-
Because even they've signed well. I swear half their team.
Have they won every
I
game
didn't
so far?
realise they're all
Raidomir?
NPL 1.
No, they've not.
No?
No, Coley didn't play.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't in the squad.
Might be injured.
Maybe he's injured. Raidomira, so energetic and so fit and so well organised in how they press. They're not the best team in the league on the ball, but see when they don't have the ball, they're wonderful and they counter so fast.
Who's the gaffer again?
Solid.
It was it's not Avasad. He was last year. It'll come to me. I don't know. I can't remember. Sousa.
That's alright.
Jeff Sousa.
That's right, aye.
Aye. So
Assistant at Fraser Park.
So they always bring good young players through, and as I said on the transition, they are frightening.
Yeah,
They beat
yeah.
us 4-1 last year,
Oh, yeah.
and it was 4.
And
Like
they
counter-attack
lost
goals.
some fucking decent players from last year. They've done well.
Yeah,
they
they
lost
have.
Ari Taleb.
Eramugo went to
Eramugo,
FA.
aye, two,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
two
Yeah.
top players who's got a lot of their goals.
Goals,
It's
aye.
got like what 30 goals between them,
Aye.
and to start how they started, man, fair
Aye.
play to them.
Started well.
And what else? Any other talking points? Aye, sorry, mate.
Hawkesbury South Coast Flame was a match of the round in NPL 3, and it looked absolutely
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah, I saw some of the goals
What
in
was the
that.
score?
4-3, yeah.
To who?
Carnage.
But it was like South Coast went 1-0 up, and then Hawkesbury went 2-1 up, then 2 each,
Yeah,
3-2.
yeah. Hawkesbury
3
won, yeah.
each,
It was
4-3.
Hawkesbury 4-3.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Yeah.
Aye, it looked like a great game. Mounties continued
I didn't
on
realise.
their path.
I didn't realise Ray Miller was. Ray
Was
Miller's the coach.
Was it Brennan again?
Yeah. So obviously, being 50 years old, I used to play against Wiz.
He was some player, wasn't he?
Mate, freak player. I didn't realise he was coaching. Good on. He was class player.
Aye.
Wiz, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mounties 4-0 win against Fraser Park.
Have they won every game, Mounties?
Yeah, they have.
Oh, they're gonna.
Yeah,
They're
They
gonna
play
crush it.
Parramatta this weekend, which should be a good game.
Oh yeah, apparently decent. Yeah.
Parramatta's game that the weekend was cancelled against Central Coast United, postponed by the weather.
And Mountains will have their catch-up game this week, won't they? Against
Oh,
Central
yeah,
Coast.
that's right.
Central Coast, aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Midweek.
if the pitch is all right now.
Aye.
Yeah.
So aye, good round of football. The other results in that league, Nepean beat Dunbar 3-1, which is a surprise for me. And in a West Hawkesbury, Gladesville ride Magic 2-0.
So top of NPL 2 Northern Tigers.
Northern
Who's
Tigers,
second?
That's correct. I'm
Bulls?
going to say Raidomir. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's an educated guess.
Yeah.
If you know the league table right now.
Bulls are up there though, aren't they? Bulls.
I don't
Spartans obviously dropped.
Go on.
Second are
give
Central
us the top 6.
Central Coast Mariners and Raidomir are both on 8 points in second, and then on 7 points you've got Rams and
Oh,
Blacktown
Rams.
Spartans. Rams beat Hills at the weekend as well, are we?
Well, we spoke obviously pre-season.
Chan Yelchin is scoring goals so far. I don't know if he scored at the weekend, but I think he scored 5 goals already
Really?
this season. Aye.
He's a good pickup.
We got the preview. We spoke at MacArthur Rams, but
Aye, we did.
been decent. You've had them in relegation, but shocking. You did.
Did that?
That's
Aye,
a tough
did-
away trip.
There you go.
Oh, mate.
Actually, we gave him a big rap for Tim, and you went like, "What do you fancy?" You went like, "Relegation."
Did that actually?
Aye, you did. Aye.
Fair. I'll stand by it. They're going to get relegated.
Tell you what, but because said, I think we all said Central Coast Mariners would be there or thereabouts for.
Yeah.
We got some comments from us saying that we had no idea what we were talking about. League One basically saying, "Oh, do you want some help with League One stuff?" Because obviously a bit wild predictions, and I was like, how are they wild? Like Central Coast Mariners, and I was like, oh, they must be all right because obviously they've got a bit of dodginess happening off the pitch in terms of
course,
instability, which makes sense. But I'm interested to see how they go because I was like, I actually think that's not the worst prediction,
not at all.
Considering it's been relegated and it's a hard place to go, and it's still an A-League academy. So
and
they boys think their contracts.
They want to get straight back up. They'll drop boys if they have to.
So I think they've started well. They're on 8 points. They're in the mix. That league's. League One's just mental.
It is, mate.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
There's a lot of teams in there, man, that can win it. Like you look at like Bulls, Mariners.
Jets are on 2 points in the first.
That's crazy, weren't they fancied?
How many points did you? How many points did you finish with last year?
Don't know.
You don't know?
Something.
Was it 40 something?
I think so. Aye.
Fuck off! You just won the league with 40 something points.
Sounds low.
What?
Tough league.
Nah, 59.
Close.
59 and SC Raiders were 58.
Okay, because usually NPL 1 is like between 65 and 75 points to win the league. I think Rockdale won it 72 points that year. I think you got like 67 last year. It's usually, and then top 6 is like 45 plus minimum 45, but last year's I think it's 49. So a bit tighter. So if you get 50 points, you're pretty much top 6.
Look at that last run of form from us in SC Raiders every week, man.
I wild. So that's 59 and 58 points. So I'm just trying to reverse engineer how the fuck you get to top 2. So say 60 points, you've got a good chance of winning it. There you go. Some team, Tigers are already 20% of the way there.
Literally 20% already.
Crazy.
But Newcastle Jets 2 points and Inter Lions haven't got a point on the board yet.
I know. Fuck.
Right, boys. I know your favourite movie of all time. I don't actually know it, but you've told me it before.
I think I said Coach Carter, maybe. I think that's wrong.
Man, you should know your favourite film.
I think it's Gladiator.
You think it's Gladiator?
What's funny about that?
I'm laughing because the question is which favourite film and you're changing it.
No, I'm changing. No, because I may have said Coach Carter Under Pressure last time, which is good, but that's second. It's Gladiator.
Okay, but the new one or the old
one?
No, original. Yeah, originals. That's
so good, man.
Yeah,
class.
And you, Cords?
Mine's, I think some boys have said it before, The Prestige.
Class film.
Mate, but I only watched it over Christmas.
Wow. Hugh Jackman.
What's that?
Hugh Jackman and
brilliant.
Is it good?
Old mate, the Batman. What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Mate,
Magicians.
so good.
The Prestige?
Mate, it's tremendous.
Right, okay.
Very good.
It's watch party?
So let's do it.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Aye.
And what would you eat when you were watching it? Except that cookie cake you've eaten all of.
The warmed up. The cookie cake warmed up. I love like licorice bullets. I just love them. I don't like licorice.
That's very niche.
That is niche.
That's what I get. I don't know. Honestly, it's the only thing I can like, other than the cake, that I can eat. Just like a whole box of.
You give the lollies at training a fair crack, regardless of what's in there, mate. We've got this big tub of lollies that like the lads will crack into at training. Seeing your hand dip into no matter what's in there, mate.
Licorice bullets.
Yeah.
Sounds like after a pint of Guinness, I have some licorice bullets. Fucking brutal. That's a big different one we've had. We've not had that one before, have we?
No, never. No. A new question for you: if you could pick one NPL player that you haven't played with that you'd sign at Rockdale, who would it be? One current though.
That's a good question. Have you asked other people this?
Have I?
This year.
Wow.
I think I'd say Sayer.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Because
I can't say the same person.
No, I won't say. But that'd be I would have definitely had him. Well, I like Presley too. Actually, to be fair.
So who gets dropped, Moody?
No. That wasn't the question.
I can play 10 actually.
No. No one else can play 10 in the league.
Moody's a better dancer, you said.
Yeah. No. If you ask me who would I sign right now, no one. You said who would I like to play with?
They're not even on the bench. You wouldn't have Ortiz on your bench.
Oh yeah, but no, I'm not picking anyone in the starting 11. Oh no, I'm not removing anyone from the squad.
So you wouldn't put Ortiz on your bench?
No.
Ortiz doesn't even make the bench for Rockdale. That's a headline.
Yeah, that is a headline there, by the way.
Maybe next year. Maybe next
Ortiz
year.
doesn't even make the Rockdale bench. Big words that.
Maybe next year I'll reach out, Presley. But no.
By the phone.
For me, it's actually when we talk about the current squad, mate. You know what wins it. It's not people on the team sheet. It's the chemistry. It's the culture. I'll take a bunch of boys that may not be the best players in the league, but if you commit to a process and if you're fully bought into whether 1 minute, 90 minutes, that's more important than quality. You know what it's like. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't pick anyone now to sign in our team because I'd rather have what we have
Yeah, fair.
You know?
Ortiz, aye.
But speaking hypothetically, like, you know, there's a lot of good players that say
Hypothetically,
Ortiz.
you would take one of the best top goal scorers in the league, aye.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind Malia as well. Like, Malia's class.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one, but that's probably since you mentioned a guy from RPL, I'd probably say him. Yeah.
Aye, good shout. Has anyone mentioned Danzo? Did someone mention Chalk?
No, I said he dies too much.
Oh, that's right.
You're gonna do the Suarez celebration.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to against Sutherland. You've heard that now. And you threw it out there, so UNSW's covered too. Who else?
Isn't it score first, mate? I don't know. Something I've said Chalk. I know someone said Danzo. I can't remember who said what, but
I think that was one of the UNSW boys said Danzo.
Yeah, I think it did. I think Pufflet maybe. I think
and actually another one that's just come to mind is Lockie Scott.
Oh, aye, definitely.
Yeah.
Cause I would for him. There's very few proper nines in the league. Like 'cause Ortiz is a good goal scorer, but he runs the channels and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Lockie Scott can hold it up. He can run the channels. He can fucking occupy two defenders.
Yeah.
Very.
I like Lockie.
Great player.
Yeah, he's solid.
And I would have actually said Wiggs before we signed him. Actually, if you asked me last year, I would have said Wiggs for sure. It's definitely type of
He was
player.
like he's fourth choice.
No, don't twist the words. Can't say anything in this place, man.
So you would have said Sia first, but he said him. Then it was Presley. Then it was Malia. Then it was Lockie Scott. And then it was Ollie Wiggins.
I'm just keeping all my options open, man. You know.
I wouldn't replace any of the Rockdale squad, but I was thinking these 5 players.
Yeah. Only starting 11. That's it. We'll go. Where we go next year? Take a full team with me.
Class. So we're going to start with you having me on before, right? And look at the last year or so. There's obviously been a lot of change at the club. How's it been? Like, how have you found it? How have the changes been? Obviously, you've lost Euro, Blake, Saws, Robbie. Like, there's big personalities, lots of goals.
Yeah.
And how do you feel you've equipped yourselves with it?
Mate, like, obviously it's a big change. Just not just obviously football. Like, again, you're losing quality footballers, all 4 of them. But just obviously they were all big parts of the sheds as well, which again in NPL football plays a huge part in success and enjoyment. So it's very difficult to replace individual by individual, even if you lose anyone. But to be fair, I think the club has reinvested really, really well, and we've brought in players that have fit a very, very similar cultural fit. Like picking a person first is something that Deezer and the club have always looked at. So I think that's made it an easy transition, or as easy as possible, losing players like that from field and off the field. It's made it as easy as possible because we brought in boys that have been able to fit in fairly well. Like, and obviously if you've seen us play so far this season, we've had some really good patches, but we've still got a lot of growth and connections still to go. But I mean, like, what we've built so far on and off the field with the group of lads, I think's been, I've been really happy with it, and somewhat surprised, but also not, in the sense that we sort of knew the people that we were bringing in were really going to fit what we've built over the past few years at Rockdale. So it's been probably as smooth of a transition that anyone could ask for when losing such big players and characters.
Aye, I was just going to say that to you because your last point was about you need those characters, and that's 3. I mean, you can lose younger lads as well and have the characters, but they're older, experienced.
Yeah.
You look at the years when a league like Blake scoring goals in the last minutes
sure.
of games. Obviously, Euro's the top scorer. Saul is probably one of the most consistent players in the league. So that is big characters, and of course, even the year before that, losing Bay, the year before that as well. So it's and they're all mates.
And like Collins, like Dan Collins was huge for us too. Like, again, fair credit to probably the coaching staff and the club. I think what they've built here is it wasn't just one thing where it was just a huge push for a title that was going to last maybe 1 or 2 years. And if we didn't get it, it's a full rebuild. I think what they established first was like a framework, a playing style, a culture. And then when you can do that, it becomes a little bit easier to maybe bring you boys in and replace players when it's time for them to either choose a different path or for us to move them on ourselves. It makes it easier when you've got that framework, and it just, even like when boys are out of the 11, boys that we're bringing in, like off the bench or from the 20s, we try and make it easier for them as well to play a role, because it's just a new piece into the puzzle. Sort of, that's how we've designed for it to be, I think, or the coaching staff and club have.
I was just going to say with the way you said that Rockdale do it, I think a lot of clubs have done that now. Where when I first got into NPL, I felt clubs would just try and sign the best players they could, and then obviously still coach them, but you're trying to fit the players into, right, how do we make a system out of these players?
Yeah.
I think now coaching's got a bit more modernised. Coaching
System
is proven
comes
now.
first,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, well, we tend to play this way, not necessarily formation, because formation's pretty fluid these days, but this is the way we like to play. I like my midfielders to do this, I like my wingers to do this, I don't play with wingers, I like to, whatever you're doing, and then going, right, well, now we've been offered this player, but where does he fit here?
Yeah.
He's not, because I know that from obviously working a bit with Perco, like we've been offered some really good players over the last 3-4 years, and even at Spirit where our budget's low and you go, oh, this is a cracking player, and he's still like, but
It doesn't fit in.
if we play him there, we have to change the whole fucking thing
exactly.
just to accommodate a really good player, but you'd rather have a player who fits the mould, and then it makes the system tick and everything else tick, and I think it makes recruitment easier, because that's probably the hardest part. It means a bit of a narrower search, but it's obviously working so far. He's been successful till
and look,
through.
obviously it's been, I think regardless of the change, most important thing start of the year is get results even when you're not playing the best, and I think we obviously somewhat done that. 3 out of 4 wins.
He's done it last year as well, but mate, at the start of the season, he didn't start
great
performance wise, but remember St George, he scored
late
goals.
goals.
The first 5 or 6 games, you were scraping wins, and then you got to that point where he's actually went on a run.
Because we then started to gel a little bit more, and that's sort of our idea now is like, let's just pick up results early doors while we still build chemistry and improve and understand each other's play. Because even now, you know, there's still learning about some of the new players that come in terms of like, where do they like the ball? Is it in front of them? Is it to their feet? Is it what's their type of link up? What's their movement? Like you're still learning so much from each other. So
What's a big change for you a wee bit as well, because one of the comments we used to get in the last few years was anything we played against you was always right. If you can stop Danzo or Chalk giving the ball to Euro, because he's linked up so well, you've got a good chance of beating Rockdale, because you two fed him very, very well. And when you are playing well, he tend to get goals in that game. So obviously, the Euro gone, you've had to create a new partnership effectively with Moody, because Moody often played out in the channel, didn't he? Didn't really play last year. How's that been?
Mate, it's actually been it's been obviously, like, you and I had a great connection, and we sort of even built on that connection over the time we played with each other, where we almost knew where each other were going to be even without looking at each other. So to build that with someone new always takes a little bit of time. But to be fair, I've actually been really encouraged with the chemistry that Moody and I have already developed in such an early stage. And, you know, even on the weekend, you guys watched the game, there was a couple of passes that I made to him sort of quite instinctively, and he made that movement, whereas in a couple of, like 2 weeks ago, I maybe gave it in the wrong path, or he went the other. So even like within a couple of weeks, I've seen sort of that grow and develop. Mate, Moody's a good player. He's played pro footy for a lot of his career. He's played A-League. Like, he's got it. It's just always about understanding who's doing what. Yep. When am I giving the pass? When is he timing the run? And that just takes time regardless of what it is. But I think also what's helped us is, obviously with Euro and Black, obviously you got budget to spend, and it just means that we've been able to strengthen in other parts. And then you look at our front three, you've got, you know, Harry McCarthy, who brings something different, who's a goal threat, Wiggs, who's electric down that flank, and then Moody. It's sort of, it has allowed us to sort of maybe spread some of our danger to some other areas. So maybe that's a positive. I don't know yet, but maybe that's a positive where it's like, well, you know, you shut down Euro, maybe you're not getting goals out of anywhere else. Now it's just like, well, you can't, because we've tried to sort of be deadly from other areas and not just through one avenue of a goal threat. So look, again, I don't know if that's going to work out for us, but, you know, the way it's all shaped out now, that's sort of the way it could work for us moving forward.
Were you apprehensive, like, as a group, based on the number of goals you were losing through Euro?
Oh, obviously, like on paper, you look at the goals he scored over
like
the
30
years.
goals a season.
It's crazy. Like, how do you ever replace that? But maybe because I've been around for so long, and I've in the teams that I've had success with, it's actually not. You can still win by not having a 30-goal striker. You just have to create a new way of doing it.
But everyone else has to chip in.
Everyone else has to chip in, and again, it's not one way of doing it. So that means there's still every chance that we can recreate it. We've just got to reinvent ourselves, and we can't be stuck in an old way if we don't have those same plays. We have to just create a new path forward and make sure it works for us.
Cool. Class. And looking at, like, discussions at the start of the year in terms of your ambitions for the season, winners?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, again, I think we've done really, really well to replace the boys that we had. Again, we're talking about like top players that are left, and it's hard to look one player for one in terms of replacement. But in terms, I feel like, on how we've reinvested, budget and filled areas in our team that we needed to fill, I think we've done really well. And, we've still got boys that are, not fully back from, like,
Cods.
When we won it, he was the best left winger in the league. Like, obviously there was some of the boys, but the former he went on at left wing was like incredible. Yeah. We had, Lockie Constable that was playing out there, and Lockie's been in and out just with an injury and illness that he's had. We haven't got him back. Griffo hasn't even played for us yet. Like,
I was going to see what's the crap with Griffo. I know you're injured, but
I think maybe three or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay, good.
So it wasn't as serious
good.
As what we thought. And you got Van der Sark, who's playing at centre back. He's not even a centre back. Like, we've still got room to grow, and we've sort of almost been a little bit unlucky with the injuries that we've started with to start the year.
I know I talk a lot of shite, by the way, but if there's one thing to believe is on is where to get the best Savlaki.
Where would that be?
Savlaki boys in Marrickville, next level.
To be fair, I've been there. Savlaki boys have put together a champagne pack. In the champagne pack, you get souvlaki, lamb souvlaki, chicken ribs, pita breads, halloumi, dip, and it all comes in a nice wee souvlaki boys cooler bag.
So just ask for a champagne pack when you go to Savlaki boys in Marrickville. So Lockie's massive.
Yeah,
massive.
Absolutely. So no, look, I think on paper we recruited really well, and we lost some boys in the sense of like we signed them like. And they went and they decided to go to the OFC. So we had so we could have even been potentially even deeper or stronger. But again, to be in the position where we're at, we're just taking game by game, but we've got our own goals, and that's definitely to be there or thereabouts.
Do I know is that I know that question. It's a bit of a daft. I'm not saying your fault, but I was going to ask for UNSW. There's no way Gabe's coming into January and saying, right, lads, let's try and survive this year. He's probably going to let lads we're in this to win it. At this point in the stage, every single team that's in that league's going, there's going to become a point in the season where it becomes unattainable. But until it's unattainable, you're just going, we're in here to come top.
Absolutely, yeah.
I can't think of anything else. And then, as I said, it gets to the point where it's like, oh, fuck, let's just survive this.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think if there's 1 year, anyone can win it.
Yeah.
This is a year, man.
Definitely.
It's up for the grabs.
Cords.
Yeah.
Welcome back, mate. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's start at the beginning, mate.
Yeah.
Where did your footballing career begin?
My first rep team was actually Tigers.
Right.
So I grew up in that area, so I got a soft spot for Northern Tigers. But then where it began, like my dad loves his football. My brother, I've got an older brother, so I just followed him. I think any younger brother would know that. Everything he likes Liverpool, so I like Liverpool, and just everything kind of he led. And then, I don't know.
He play?
He plays, but just like for fun now.
Yeah, good.
But no, he still loves it. And then from there, what else did I do? I was in a program called Project 22. I don't know. Have people spoken about this?
Probably every second guest.
Mate.
Every single person in the world was in it. Biggest squad in the world.
Yeah, at the time, I was like, far out. Like, I'm in Project 22. I'm going to play in the World Cup. So did that. Was always sort of a left back. Like, that was just always my position. And then was at Blacktown for a year. Played number 9. Loved it.
Did you put as a 9, did you?
Yeah, just running in behind. That's probably one of the most fun times of my football career. And then I was at NSW, New South Wales Institute, for a while. And that's when I think it was like I started playing with, I think, players that were probably above me. So that was like, your Azanis and stuff like that. And then that's when I think probably that age was like 15, 16. You're like, okay, like this is a bit more serious. It's not just fun now. So that was really good for me.
That's a question actually for all of us. What is the age that you think, right, that's a bit more serious now? You said 15, 16, 14, 15, 16.
I think it's serious. It's still serious then, but I think probably like whenever you get in touch with a first grade team, I think is when it goes serious. Because I think then I was saying that more like I thought, okay, I'm probably not there's people a lot better than me in my age group. Whereas like when you're in club, you're kind of like always in that top sort of part of the team. So then it's like, okay, I need to work hard and do extras and stuff. But then I think when I was like, oh, this is a real job was when I first started training first team with the Wanderers. And
how old were you?
Would have been 16.
16, I age. Cause it's just interesting because you see a lot of conversation in Europe about it. Like sometimes when they hit, if you're not in about the first team by 16, like you were at that point, it's almost like you're not going to. If you're 16 and you're not in about the first team, not necessarily starting in it, like, but if you're not training with them or they're looking at you, you've got a bit of a battle to actually become a professional football player. Whereas I think sometimes here you go through and watch under 16s games, how many of them are close to first grade?
Yeah, true.
I think it's a big gap.
Yeah.
A big gap. But I mean, I don't know if it's. I can't.
Again,
you can't just.
I think that a lot of that does come down to environment.
I was going to say that you can't put that.
And also opportunity. Like,
Yeah, I was just going to say that you can't put it. I'm not putting that on the individuals.
Yeah.
But there's obviously several years prior to that where the environment is going to dictate where they go.
Yeah.
Mindset of, again, from the environment, and then the opportunities, what they've been exposed to. But it's interesting, that conversation, because I've seen a thing with Arsene Wenger recently about it as well. Talk about age brackets and all that. And I've just thought, I don't know if Australia's there yet. I don't know if Australia's too far off it.
But I think that you look at, let's just say Liverpool. You've got Liverpool into the equation, right? Liverpool will have a system where the kids finish school, or some kids will go to school from there and they'll train before and they'll go and do the homework thereafter and train again. Like, I think if you're in that environment, you will naturally by the age of 15, 16 be better and closer to what you're trying to achieve than you will here when you're 16 and you're playing at Rockdale, where you go 3 nights a week.
Yeah, it's so
and nobody really bothers what else you're doing.
Also, you're talking about, I think a big part of that is, like anything, if you see someone at a higher level than you, you instantly go, right, on my ceiling, because you think your ceiling's here, and then you see somebody like, fuck, I'm nowhere near this guy, this is next level. Because Pufflet talked about it, Ollie talked about it when he was in France. Same thing, I think, if you're in that academy environment, if you're under 14s, you're probably merging a bit more with the 15s and 16s because of the growth spots and all of that. You go, fuck, that 16-year-old, fucking, he's my position, he's banging goals in. Yeah. How do I get like that? And there's probably a bit more a gap that you feel you can close. Yes, you can look at first grade players and be like, oh, I want to be like them, but they're 23 years old and whatever. But a 16-year-old, but you don't really get that. I don't think the level here is big. I don't think a Sutherland under 14s players looking at under 16s player here and being like, oh, I wish I can be like him. I think maybe the gap there's a bit bigger. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to turn into a youth development podcast, but I think it's an interesting topic just because you said 15, 16. And actually, I remember growing up in the UK, mate. I remember I had like 13, and people would say to me, because a lot of my mates would play for St Mirren or Celtic or Dundee United and all that, and I was playing with, like, basically the equivalent of NPL, effectively. And at that point, people were saying, if you're made it by 13, that's what people say. You know it by 13, you're done.
It's different over there, though, right? Because you've got academies that start, like a high quality academy that starts at that age over there.
Even younger, eh?
Yeah. So maybe they are right. Like, if you're not, and it's different here though. And also, it's, I don't know, maybe it's different from country to country, and maybe that's just coming from me being a smaller kid, right? Like, I wasn't even in state teams when I was that age. Like, it wasn't even getting looked at, right?
Yeah.
But then obviously when growth spurt or whatever.
When's that coming?
Yeah, still waiting. I'll let you know. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be different from player to player. It depends on, obviously Australia, very athletic type of style of play. Like, you may see boys making that jump a little bit earlier. So I think it also depends on the culture and the environment as well.
That age group, 12 to 16, is very individual because of the growth spots and maturation and stuff. But then I think the window is still the window. Like, again, yes, some people will slip through the cracks. Yes, some people will develop late. Like, I think it was Jesse Lingard and I can't remember the boy's name. He came through at Man United similar time for him. Can't remember his name. But they went through the bio-banding where they basically get held back. And they said it was the best thing they've ever done because they felt they were really struggling to stay ahead. They went back, developed at more level. But that doesn't happen. It does happen a little bit here, but I don't think it has much of an impact. And yes, some people come through that and become a better player. But I think for every one person, you can say like, oh, this person developed late and they became a professional. But I think if you have to look at the masses, the players who tend to make it will be in those systems, I think, a little bit earlier still. Like, you say to yourself at 16, you've had you had a good run at it. Talk about Ollie Pufflet, he's over in France at 17, 18, that same thing. Those boys tend to, yes, is there some? You can say, oh yeah, Jimmy Vardy didn't play professional but that's not every story.
Speaking,
if you're going you don't make decisions based on the odd person, on the anomaly. You look at the mass stats, what they're showing. Yeah, again, the point just being I just thought, I'm just looking at Australia as a whole and being like, how far is it off what a lot of the other markers are showing? You might be in a better place because you went through it a little bit at 16, and before 16 it was always NPL. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but we were, so at NSW we would play.
Oh, you had NSW,
the age group
exactly.
So like we were in the 16s, but we'd play the 18s. Just get absolutely flogged every week, every single week. I I back that. Like I do like. I think you should
Yeah,
play.
yeah, almost
Yeah, like
I
stuff. I think
mean.
that's important. But I actually think, and this might be skipping ahead a bit. Like I did, like a few pre-seasons in Germany when I was probably 18. I think I was 18. I didn't think the level for their, so this was like Bundesliga, like under 19s going into their under 23 teams. I didn't think the level was that much higher than like my youth league team. I think like us playing at our best was their level. So it was achievable. Like I think at that time, the gap is, you can do it. It's achievable.
But it's the
then
environment
after
again.
that,
You have to go and see that environment. If they sense it and go like, this is achievable.
And it keeps you
without
motivated a bit.
without you going there,
Yeah.
you would never. You'd probably
No, I
you'd hit
agree,
a ceiling where you are.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're going to go, fuck. Actually, the ceiling is higher for me. If that's Bundesliga, I can reach that.
I can do that, yeah.
Obviously, again, you look at those Bundesliga players. You went through them all. How many of those players then became professionals? Because the most difficult steps
it's
always
the
going to be
season after,
who
right?
actually
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
it to become a professional.
See, looking at that, right, and people have said this before on here, the AIS was a big thing, and the NSW was a big thing. Now they're no longer, I believe, right? So do you think that played a big part in your development, no, being in NSW or the AIS when it was a thing? Because I feel that
Well, that was pretty much the replacement of, to your point, of the UK having
that's what
the
I'm saying.
academies
full-time
thing.
academies.
Okay, Australia doesn't have the infrastructure at that point for that, and obviously there's some academies now, but the AIS was, if you're in the AIS, fuck, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Or in Swiss, whatever.
But that's what
that
I mean,
was the
though.
environment.
So then that was a thing. So that's them giving you the most training they can and the right environment and all sorts of things, which now is no longer. So do you think that maybe because that's gone, the gap between the best players in Australia at that age might be bigger now because they don't have that same environment to be in?
Maybe, because I think what happened was when the AIS stopped, that's when the A-League Academy started.
Yeah.
So then on one hand, there's more opportunity for good players because the AIS is one team. So you could be as good as them but get left out for whatever reason. So there's more opportunity to play at a high level. But if you look at all the, like France have their Clairefontaine, like they all have these like institutions set up by the federal football body to get the best players and make sure they're training with each other. So I mean, it's probably worked. If you look at like the first few AIS age groups, like that's where everyone came out of. Every single
even
like,
like
top
sort
Aussie
of
player.
back when I was that age, like there was, like Terry Antonis was in there, Dimitri Petrados, like all these boys, Matt Ryan, like all those boys were in and around it, you know what I mean? So I like the idea of what you said, like these academies set up for each club, because that's sort of trying to replicate the UK. But if they're not full time, it's almost like we're part of the way there. So maybe they just have to find the best of both worlds, where they bring something like an AIS or an N-Swiss back to make sure they've got that full time. Because the only way you're going to get to the level is if you're
reps. You need reps.
Every day you're living, breathing it.
100%.
You know,
Standards, discipline.
Yeah.
There's no distractions.
So maybe I'd be curious to know why maybe the A-League academies can't do that, because that's what maybe they're trying to get to that. I don't know the detail, but to replicate overseas, that's the only way.
But I think that then you go back to what we talk about often in terms of finances, and then having to, if you've got a full-time
more
program, you need
hours,
full-time staff. So then, like you look at the women's game, for instance, they're not full-time, right? So if they're not making the Sydney FC and the Western Sydney Wanderers A-League's women's full-time, will they then make an academy coach a full-time role?
No, it's a fair shout. Well, if that's the answer, then that's the reason why we're not doing it, and that's fair. But if we're talking about what they need to get to
so
that,
100% is what they need.
I think that's what we need.
That's interesting. Again, there's obviously these conversations you have them and you go, well, somebody who's maybe in a better place to go, oh, it's not involved anymore because of this, or here's the status on this. There's obviously bits I'm missing in the whole conversation, but to me, if your only options really is to go to one of these, how many, has every A-League got an academy?
I don't know if they go all the way down.
That's what I mean, but when they stop at?
13s.
So have they got all the
What is it?
13s?
Under 13s.
Under 13.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
Bulls, Jets, Sydney FC, Central Coast Mariners, and Western Sydney Wanderers.
But what about like Adelaide and stuff?
I assume it's similar.
Yeah, probably
system.
they probably
Yeah.
probably have to.
Yeah.
But who did he play against? Are they the same thing, like local league?
Probably local.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
again,
they're all
that-
in NPL. Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
you look at the.
So that's good. That's the right framework. But
That is
again,
right, definitely.
But
It just has
a difficult would be there logistically. Adelaide, for instance, how many academy teams can they play against?
no,
but they could just keep playing the NPL.
No, I know that, but Adelaide playing against Adelaide under 16s playing Sydney FC under 16s is a much different game from
Yeah,
Adelaide
so-
under 16s playing against
So what
fucking
happens in NPL?
whoever.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't mind to play the year up.
But yeah, well, maybe that's a shout, because what tends to happen is that Sydney FC will win games 12-0, 10-0, and 13s, 14s and 15s.
Yeah.
Right.
Always. But then when it gets to 16s, and I suppose
Levels
people
out.
start to grow and their bodies kind of catch up, and it's not just
12-0's a doing, man.
Oh mate, but like, I look at it from a goalkeeping point of view though, right? And you think a goalkeeper's winning 12-0. How's the goalkeeper learning?
Getting any better, yeah.
The goalkeeper's not learning.
Do they play the year up?
No.
See, I think that's what they should do.
But
You're going to play
I
the
always
year.
liked that.
Maybe that's the solution.
But 12 to 15, because obviously you see 18s and that playing older age group. So 12 to 15s they don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the 12s, the under 13s will play the 13s, and then the 13s.
But what I mean is the players who are under 13s actually that age group?
Under 13s.
Oh, right, okay. Wow.
Under 13s.
Well, that's interesting because, again, but this is, somebody's probably listening like, these guys not got a fucking clue what they're talking about, but I'm only speaking for the what I can see in the perspective of it. I just think there's something's not. I think something can be better. You look at all the young players, and I say young players, that goes obviously up to under 18s now, which is effectively preparing you for senior football. There's now more than ever, there's more distractions.
Yeah.
So if you're not at football training or in a football environment, and this is for people who want to be a football player. Obviously, if you just want to do it to enjoy it, different conversation. But for the players who are going, do you know what? I want to be a professional football player in Australia or wherever else. There's too many distractions off the pitch for you to be, like you said, live and breathe it. Maybe growing up, early 2000s, 90s, middle 2000s, there was a bit less distraction. There was less technology, etc. You might have to I'm bored, I was going to play some football tennis. I was going to knock a ball off the wall. Kids do some extras, I get that, but now between phones and all the rest of it, that's never going to change. That's just the way the world is, unfortunately. But if you're on an AIS or an NSWS,
and you're there every day, less chance,
they can that can be policed much better. Or there's something for them to actually do. This is about development. This is your skilling. I think that's, if it's going to be policed in that way, and that extra 3 hours of scrolling TikTok versus we just watch footage of your position, a guy you're like the Billy Gilmore video, I always reference this on YouTube. He sits for it was half an hour and he's going through Fabregas, his old footage, what he wants to replicate. Then he has like a talent development plan based on that. And he's going half an hour doing his set pieces and his long passes because that's his weakest area. Somebody else might be sitting there for half an hour just scrolling.
Yeah, exactly.
Reels
seriously. Seriously.
Over one session, it's fuck all. Over 1, 2, 3, 4 years.
That
makes a big difference.
Weeks,
It makes a big difference. Again, I'm not saying there's probably a budget issue or a logistical issue or it fucks the framework of the academies we've spoken about, but I just don't know if it's what's currently happening is working. I think too many players go amiss and too many players get to 16, 18, 20s, end back up in NPL or fall out of love with football and then
so true.
have the same, I feel it's the same complaints. I don't know. Again, sorry mate, it's hijacked your story massively there.
That's perfect.
So you were in Germany?
Yeah.
Hold on, so you're 16 Wanderers.
16 Wanderers, and that was still with Popper.
Yep.
So that was, to be fair, I think that was like a lot of growth for me.
How was that? 'Cause I've obviously Popper, I've heard some mad stories about Popper.
Oh, I think for defenders especially, he was so good.
Like,
I think one of the most underrated things about coaches is actually when they will genuinely improve players.
Yeah.
And Popper for defenders, your footwork, everything, they were all so detailed, and then it was driven into all the first team boys. So then any of us coming up, they would drive it into us, and it's just literally footwork was so good. And Wanderers back there were a top team. We had good foreign players and stuff. So I was there from 16 to. I was there for probably 6 years over that, and then was in the NYL teams for 3-4 years. We ended up winning the NYL. That was with Arthur Dillis.
Oh,
so we had a really good team then. That was Lockie Scott. Mo Adam was in that team. He's with us now. Tate Russell, really, really, really solid squad. And then off the back of that, I had I think 2 tournaments with the Young Socceroos as well. So I was I might as well capitalize on this and try and go overseas.
Did you play?
Every Aussie.
Did you play in it?
Played a few games.
Who did you play against?
We had a tournament in Qatar. We actually versed Croatia. That was pretty cool. That was the first time I versed a European team.
Any big names to play against at the time?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I'll skip it for that. I was pretty happy with that.
You just lied, mate. I was only going to check it out.
Yeah, Modric was there. I think it's
32.
And then we did the AFC, which was qualifications for the World Cup, the Under-19 World Cup. So we lost in the quarterfinals to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Who was so good, man.
Well, they, hey?
Yeah. I don't know. Like Ollie played in that game as well. Actually, he scored in I think the game before. But like all of their players just seem like really techie wingers. Like just their ability on the ball, they were so rapid. It was pretty surprising, to be honest.
Well, that's what Ollie was talking about the French players. It was the wingers. He said get the ball to the wingers and let them be tricky and do their thing, and we'll coach the rest.
Yeah, but it was like even the right back.
Yeah,
so the Saudi team were just like their feet were as if they were a winger, like just so rapid.
Oh, really?
And just built. That was pretty surprising.
Well, they did all right in the World Cup, didn't they, recently? Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So then, obviously, like once you, I think, get a little bit of, youth international, caps or whatever, teams overseas will consider you. So I tried going over to Germany in the end of their season.
How did you do that? What was the process for you getting over there?
There was a guy a lawyer in Perth who was a German guy, and he had connections in Germany. He just loved football. So it was a bit of a random one. And it was through a guy named Dave Mitchell, he was at Olympic for a little bit.
Yep.
I think he played for Chelsea.
Yeah, I know his name. Yep.
Scottish guy. So he helped me out. He literally just saw me training at North Tarmara Oval.
Really?
Just on my own. And he's like, just gave me tips, and then we stayed
just
in touch.
juggling.
Yeah.
Did you do 100, mate?
I got a player here. Yeah.
So that was pretty random, actually. And he just lived locally, and then we stayed in contact. And then I was
so many people out training just now.
Just at North Tarmara, everyone juggling.
Yeah. Never know what will happen, eh?
And then he obviously has like massive connections because he played Chelsea. I think he played for Rotterdam. Like he was a pretty big player. And then so try with a few Bundesliga like under 19 to get into their 23s the next year.
What team was it?
Oh man, I tried loads. Dusseldorf, Cologne.
But he arranged the trials for you.
There was an agent in Germany who was doing it.
Yep.
And it was through him. That was his connection. To try for loads of teams. They're like, okay, sweet. I actually thought I did pretty well. Yep. Then they're like, come back in pre-season.
Yep.
Because I was training with the 19s, but I was 18. So they're like, you'll have to train with the 23s. So came back in pre-season. The whole time, like Wanderers was super supportive. Like they were just like, come back and train. Dilla was like, come back and train. We'll keep you fit and then go. Just let me know what you want to do. So he was always super like wanted boys to give it a go, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Some clubs would just be like, you go, you can just like, don't come back sort of thing, which was really good. And then went back for their pre-season. Again, thought I did like pretty well with a few of those teams. Jamie was at Dusseldorf, I think a few months before. So, and there was also a lot of Aussies doing well in Germany, like Matt Leckie,
that helps,
and like
that does help,
like all the Germans were like, they were pretty forthcoming, like with an Aussie. Like they weren't just, a lot of people palm Aussies off in Europe. There were a few Aussies that were doing well, so they're like, oh, okay, could be a decent player. And then actually managed to, I trialed at Bayern, which was pretty weird.
Right.
So this is this agent, and he just was like, oh, they might look for a left back. So I just went to Munich, tried with them for a week.
And Davies just snuck in just ahead
of you. Man. Alfonso did me dirty. But that was one where it was like, for whatever reason, like no one was signing me. I thought I was playing well, but it's one of those things I think like.
I don't know, but Bayern, talk us through the Bayern trial. That must have been...
Yeah, Bayern was hectic. So I trained with their 23s, which play in the 4th division of Germany. So
any big names there?
In that team was all... no one major. Like, it was all their young boys.
But no one's made it now, but no one who you can think of.
Oh, yeah. There's a few boys that are playing Bundesliga. Like, I'll still follow them on Instagram.
Oh, okay, cool.
Who are still doing well. And there's, like, some national team, like, youth national team boys as well. But that was 2018 when Germany got knocked out of the World Cup, I think in the group phase.
Yep.
So all the boys that got knocked out of the World Cup came and trained, and we got to train with like Neuer, like all those players. So I was just doing like...
And you
glue bridges
you still
next
thought
to
the gap
Neuer.
was quite close, you said?
Yeah.
Went to Germany, that wasn't that far.
Yeah.
Neuer.
Yeah, because Neuer was playing outfield at left back, and he's like, it's not much.
There's a green link.
Yeah.
So that was pretty hectic. That was just one session where like we trained with the first team, and it was like Vidal, like Zula, like it was pretty hectic.
Crazy.
That's
a top story.
That was mental, honestly. And the facilities there were like
freakish,
and they're pretty like they're just like super like forthcoming with me. Like come have food, come.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of those pro clubs, man, that's almost like brand reputation. Like they have to make sure you got a training kit. Like they have to look after you, man. Or it's just bad for their rep.
And we played at Arsenal's like youth team in a friendly.
Yep.
So that was pretty good. I played wing back. I was just running.
Was this with Bayern Munich at this point?
Yeah.
So you played a game for Bayern Munich?
Were they 23s?
Against Arsenal.
Hold on, mate.
Against Arsenal's 23s.
You
Don't brush that off.
Should I just say that out? Yeah,
I played for Bayern Munich. Whisper that bit under your breath. Let that slide.
Cut that out.
Come on, mate.
Still, I mean, that's the thing, right? People get bad, like get a bit of grief. Like they go, "Oh, I used to play for West Ham, 23s, 22, or whatever it might be," and people go like, "Oh, here he goes." In the UK, it's massive. People go, "I used to play for Arsenal under 19s," but see, fucking, do you know how hard it must be to get to that? Like, you obviously you've done it. To get to that level, the amount of people going for it, and you're not even German. That is fucking
100%.
That is some accomplishment to play for under 23s. For them to have a look at you.
Yeah.
Like you don't just have a look at him, they.
Of course not.
That's incredible. I wouldn't brush all that. I'd be like, mate, ex-Bayern player.
I'd walk about with the top on.
You've kept that under the hat, mate. I've dropped a couple of names for me, and you kept that under the hat.
A few people know about
casually.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's class.
No, that was good. And then actually, honestly, like I said, like the 23s, I felt like their level was like me playing my absolute best. And I think I did that on trial because you kind of do when you're on trial. You do step up. So they're like, look, you're pretty good. We'll send you to like a Div 2 team called Greuther Fürth, which is like Bundesliga 2.
Right.
Go there. That's like in Nuremberg, same area. That's where we send a lot of our players. Trial there, felt like I did well. They're like, yep, we'll sign you in the 23s. And then like on deadline day, my deal was apparently going to be okay because they had a first teamer going on loan. So there was going to be budget for my training compensation. And then they're like, the loan deal got shut down. So they put me up in a hotel for 3 months. I was just there living, training every day. Like I thought it was done. And then the manager was just like waiting in my hotel room being like, oh, sorry, mate. Like we can't sign you. And I didn't really have much time to think about it because we had a national team camp. So the national team coach was like, just come back to Australia. Wanderers took me back, which was unreal. And then Marcus Babbel was the coach of the first team who was, I didn't realize how big a name he was. And I'm a Liverpool fan. I didn't realize how big a name he was at the time.
Massive.
But then you hear like Jamie Carragher and stuff just mention him and you're like, oh, fair play.
Gaffer.
But he was good. And then I just did well in that. I don't know if it was because I was training at a high level previously, but I just did well in the first few weeks.
How did you feel going from Germany, let's say the Bayern Munich experience, etc., and then coming back into Wanderers? Did you still feel the level was similar, or did you feel like the pace was?
No, I felt like the level was similar because it was A-League and then it was coming. I think it was.
Were you training with first team in Wanderers?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that was good. That was in the first team
versus the 23s in the German. Right. Okay. Yep.
And then I think I just did well in a few preseason games. He took a liking to me, gave me my debut in the Sydney Derby. And then, like, we were losing 3-1. He just put me on. But he didn't have to. So it's good to get a debut.
Mate, it's
unreal, man.
Yeah.
Just brushing everything off. But I mean, 23s, Vidal, no. I mean, it's a derby, but it was only a few minutes, man. Fucking rubbish. Give yourself some credit, mate.
Seriously. Yeah, fair enough. And then, he gave me, like, my first contract, which was, like, I think 1.5, 2 years, pro at Wanderers.
How old are you at this point?
19.
Yeah, decent.
20.
You know, a lot of experience. I mean, Babel, regardless of how he was as a gaffer, the points he can give you across as an ex-professional, Popovic.
Yeah.
Go to Germany, regardless of what happened in Germany, the life experience of going there, different environment, multiple different environments, different clubs, the process of, because I think that's a big difference as well, a big thing in life, jobs in general. The process of going for an interview,
100%.
trial.
Yeah.
100%.
How does this work? The nerves start to get low.
Rocking into the building and there's like, you're in a big club and you walk in
you have
and
to find someone to talk to that.
Mate, you seriously, like, you're shaking before you even step on the pitch, mate. And this is at an age where you're just discovering yourself as a...
getting pubes.
Seriously. Seriously, but it's just like, that's it. You can't take, that's something that plays a pretty big role, I reckon.
It happens as an adult as well. Jobs, like you go for your first job interview and you're like, nervate. If you've been even a few job interviews, by the 5th or 6th one, you're like, okay, this is how it works. I sit here, I speak to this person, and you get more comfortable, like anything.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's topic experience. By 19, you've probably gained a lot of experience without realising it as well, subconsciously.
Yeah.
So fucking very good. You're talking again, going back to the previous conversation, that 3 years seems like such a small window. It's only 3 years. But the amount of things you've learned in those 3 years is massive, man.
Oh, for sure.
Massive.
Yeah. I made a handful of appearances, never really established myself. I think there was a period, like I got my starting debut. I thought I did well, everyone was saying, yeah, we think you did really well. And then I didn't. I think maybe I could have done with just a couple more games. I just got thrown in for one game.
Who was the left back?
It's a guy named...
Don't say Jack Lisby.
No. Llorente. It was a foreigner.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he was good, but he had like a few
Foreigners
injuries.
taking their jobs, Shambles.
I'm doing podcasts about it.
I was going to be a podcaster, but
Aussie podcasters standing behind us here. Unemployed.
So I think I could have done with like
a run.
Yeah, just like a few games. But then I also think like in that first season, there was a few of us. There was like Tass, Tate, me, a few others that were like young, and this was like our debut season. So I was kind of happy just like being involved, you know, like on the bench and stuff. And then the season after, I was like very aware this is my last year of my contract. Like I need it. And I think maybe I wanted it too much. Like I was like super over analytical. Like I'd finish sessions and be like, oh, like I could have done this better. So I think I probably could have handled that better. But then I still think like I was doing everything I could on the pitch to play. I just never got to run a games, and I think it's hard to go in and out and in and 100%. Out at a level that is pretty hard and kind of unfamiliar to you.
I think you've been quite harsh on yourself though in terms of handling it better. I think that someone needs to help you navigate the handling of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Too much decision making. Is that like it's a hard thing of doing, mate. I think it's I mean, I don't want to say you're probably downplaying things, you're being modest, but there's a lot of things as a football player. Like I think professional level, they get paid so much. Obviously, they get a lot done for them. They're assets to the club. I get that. But at the younger level, it's so hard to get to that level. You need to put all your energy, all your focus into getting to that level. Outside of that, there has to be the support there to people to remove decision making for you. Obviously, you need a good team around you. But you're also young, man. Like obviously a bit older now. How old are you now?
26.
Yeah, okay. So a bit older now. See life through a completely different lens.
Back to what you said earlier, right? You talk about distractions. We didn't have the same distractions that people have now. But I still went mental.
So did I. I was scanning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was.
100%.
True. Like I was out Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, like, and I was fortunate enough to be in a good football environment. But I had friends who weren't.
Yeah, it can easally drag you in. I think that's when like, you know, parents, if you're lucky enough to have a coach that, you know, can invest into you personally, but most 100%. Of the time it comes down to your parents just like, you know, doing everything they can and sacrificing. And I obviously think of that now because I've got kids and that's sort of what I want to do for them.
I think that regardless of what your parents do, you're still at a point in your life where you're going to make decisions. They can only give you the information.
That's right. They guide you.
And often the last person you listen to.
Yeah.
That's natural.
Like,
we've all been there.
Yeah. My parents were so good with that, like trying.
Yeah. No, like at the end of the day, you've got to want it. You've got to make the right calls yourself. But if you've got someone that can maybe guide you and sort of lay it out to say, look, if you choose this is what could happen. If you choose this is what could happen. That's what I'm very thankful for. But I think that plays a part. Also, it gives you a snapshot into say, this is what you have to do.
Yep.
If you want to do it moving forward, that's on you. But like, if you want to be at the best, like this is the amount of sacrifice or effort you have to put in. It's not just stepping out in the field. It's what time you go to bed, what time do you eat, miss out on that party, do this, do that. Like that's.
But now you can do. I think at that now. The fortunate position a lot of younger players are in now is it's so accessible. Like so, when I was growing up, someone said, like, "You need to go and find a dietitian. You need to go and find blah blah." You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But now between practitioners, you can find quite comfortably. There's loads of practitioners out there. You get AI, and if you're savvy enough in AI, you can get some decent information. You've got Google, you've got YouTube, you've got Instagram. That a lot of practitioners are putting free advice out on. That was back 10, 25. It was like open a book. I'm not opening up no chance
for sure.
So that you can still build your mini team. I mean, like at that age. So okay, your parents. Yep. How many 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds listen to their parents? How many 18-year-olds listen to their parents' advice? Maybe when they're 30, 40, they look back and go like, "Oh my god, my dad was telling me that the whole time. My mum was telling me that the whole time."
Yep.
But you can now, still not saying it's easy to navigate, but you can find people who are willing to help you.
Yep.
Some of it might be cost something, some it might not cost anything. Then you can do your own research and go, right, can I build my own little mini high performance team to help me make decisions?
Be the best I can be.
Because there's no danger. I say youth again, but even up to 21, 22, the amount of pressure you've got between life, especially if you're 21, 22 and you put all your eggs in one basket, I want to be a professional. All of a sudden, shit, this might not be happening. Right, I've got financial worries now. Shit, where's my next opportunity coming from? All that starts getting heaped on you. Maybe you start getting a partner, and all these things start flying on top of you. And all you've known is football. Somebody has to be there to go, right, okay, calm down. Here's your options. can you get it bang on? Of course not. But I think if you're in a little echo chamber in your own head, it becomes fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hard. So I'm just saying because, mate, every single thing you've said is good so far. You've been, yeah, but this is crap. And yeah, maybe not that good, but for a boy who's navigated it all himself, mate, fucking fair play to you, man.
Yeah,
not easy.
agreed.
Not easy. And hopefully as you get older, you look back and think, fucking hell, how many players do you know? Do any know who's done all that? If all people play football, not very many, mate. So I think I've been probably give yourself a bit more pats in the back, mate.
That's a nice little pep talk. Yeah, great.
Class, mate. Aye, brilliant. Okay, you're shite, mate. Okay. Some for Rockdale. So obviously got to the. So what would you say was the highest point of professional football for you? What was the highest point you got to?
Probably playing in the A-League.
A-League City Derby. I think that was the biggest moment for you.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, I'll probably say that.
Pretty
I still think like the youth national team is pretty cool.
That's pretty big.
Representing the country, man.
That's pretty cool.
Captaining too, bro.
Yeah.
You captained them as well.
Once, yeah.
Just once.
Just once.
Oh, rubbish. Fucking rubbish. I mean, fucking hell. Class, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, again, right, if you wrote down every little thing you mentioned on paper, people like, that's next level.
Yeah.
I remember the goal, I scored a goal in a cup final under 15s. I still talk about it. Unreal. Fair play to you, man. So when you've reached that point, what then changed? What happened after that, after Wanderers?
Wanderers, then it was like... That was the year COVID happened. So then, like the A-League was like...
so many things on that.
Yeah, COVID just cooked everything. But then I got like an opportunity, me and Rory Jordan, from Apia. There was a guy called Warren Joyce who was at Man United. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No,
he was in like the TD that did like... He was around the time Pogba and stuff were all coming through. He was the TD at Salford.
Right.
I don't know how... That was through an agent. And they wanted us to go over... So I didn't have anything. So I was like, well, I might as well give it a go. Salford, League 2. That was by the time they had all the investment from the class of 98 or 92, whatever it was. So we went over there, got on the flight. The coach got sacked. So we're like, class. And then we were staying in digs. It was pretty funny, to be fair. We were just in Manchester.
Just you and Rory?
Me, Rory, with like some woman. It was a mad household. And then Scholes actually took over. So he was the coach of Salford when we were there, which was pretty cool.
So you worked on the Scholes there?
Yeah.
Aye.
So that was pretty cool.
No worries, mate.
You're actually annoying me now.
So that was pretty sick. And he's like he would get involved in sessions. He was so
he'd be
good.
so good.
I can only imagine his part.
Mate, and like...
Just quickly, did you see the Man United game recently? It was our Legends match.
Nah.
We played last week, 2 weeks ago. Beckham, Scholes, Neville.
Decent.
Mate, Beckham's deliveries.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a joke, yeah.
Scandalous, man. And then Scholes was just zinging balls. Like, the technique is not... Obviously, everything's slower.
No. You don't lose that. You don't lose that.
Joke, man.
You don't lose that.
Sorry. So how was he like as a gaffer?
He didn't want to... I don't think he ever wanted to coach.
Right,
But they'll like just take it as interim. But he was pretty quiet. Like the drills, he'd get involved in all the drills. Like, there'd be just like shooting drills where it's like... bounce first time back and then you have to lace it first time diag like out to the window.
It's everything around him. Like he's got in the box strikers, but the shooting drills are like clipped from the corner out into the edge of the box where he used to just drill them. Yeah.
We were just like, oh, this isn't happening.
That's funny.
But we had a few sessions. I was trying to sign for first team because I don't think I could sign for the 23s. And it was actually the year Yanni was there for 2 years at the time, Yanni Nicolau.
Yep.
So I think he had just left at the time. So I think Roy's a bit younger than me. So we're kind of trying to sign. I couldn't sign 23s. I had to sign first team. And then by the time the coach came in, he's like, look, we're trying to get promoted out of League 2. I'm not going to sign some Aussie that I don't really know.
You're going to go trusted to get you
out
out
of
of
there.
there.
Fair enough.
That's a tricky thing when you go to Europe and it's like you have to be better than it's already there. That's a hard
we've
thing.
spoken about it before,
It's tricky.
And like that team, like obviously they pumped money into it. The whole starting 11 was ex-Prem.
Oh, really?
Like they were all like proper. That was pretty good. And it was a good experience because it was like we were training in like sideways rain. Like the fields were just like cooked. Like it was all mud. So
That's
my
standard,
hips,
mate.
Yeah,
my
for that level,
hips
yeah.
Standard.
were, like so like I've never been sore on my hips before.
And sideways rain is the fucking worst,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah.
Sideward rain is... and straight rain's fine, sideways fuck.
But I just remember like I was there as a centre back and we did like the most like English drill. It was like the end of a session, like a conditioning session. We got smashed. And he's like, right, all the centre backs line up on the box, and the coach just stood on halfway and was just pinging balls.
And you just had to head him.
We had to head him, and
as
whoever
far as
headed
you could.
it the furthest go in.
Oh, brilliant!
And I was just like, what is this, man? And it's like literally end of the session, like sun's basically going down. It's like 3 o'clock or whatever, and I was
just
like, this
winding
is
the neck
proper
back.
English footy. And I was like, you know what, it's pretty funny. So then look, to be fair, like they did try and like organize trials for us at the time, but it was only, I don't even know if conference was playing. It was only the professional leagues because of COVID.
Yeah.
So like they organized us games against like, to playing games against like Wrexham and some other like local teams just so people could watch us. But I was just like, unless you want to go, he basically said, look, you could find a team in non-league.
Yeah, just scrap it
like,
out.
You can, that's the same as NPL. He's
Yeah.
like, you can choose. And I was like, oh man, like it was getting expensive to be over there. And I was just like, I kind of want to just come home. And then managed to get a trial in an A-League team on the way home. So I was like, well, that's kind of like a sign. Let me try that. Came home again, trialed. Me and Chuck, I feel like we've trialed it like every team.
Trials. How do you find trials? Like obviously, apart from the obvious, like we all know tough, but I think the hardest thing I would think from a trial would be like, one, the fear of not getting looked at. That's obviously a fear because you go over there and sometimes like somebody's got you into the trial because they know somebody and it's like, okay, we'll look at you, but then it's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
But have you found it positive?
Well, for me, it was different because back when I was getting those trials, I think it was a different setup with A-League. But like I'd trial and the A-League starting in 4 weeks and their team's full. I'm like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah,
almost every single one of them, like the phrase back then was like, oh, we'll look at you for an injury replacement.
Oh, cheers, mate.
No, they still do that one.
They still do that? I'm like, mate, like you've just watched me in NPL football for the past 30 weeks. Like, am I good enough or not? I don't have to be here for a stupid trial. Because then all that happens is like, especially like me, young kid, like I was, 22, 23. I'm like, fuck, I'm on here. Like I've got a trial. Like you think that's what's going to happen. You fucking train the house and trial the house and they're just like, all right, thanks. We'll let you know if someone gets injured. I'm like, mate, I watch the games too. How about I call you when someone gets injured? Like, I don't need to know that. I don't need to know. Like, and also, you don't want players to get injured. Like, why aren't you getting in when you're looking for players and before re-signing the bloke that's been at 9 of the other 12 A-League teams? Why don't you sign me instead of him? Like that was my viewpoint. But like, I get that that's maybe just how it all structured, and I'm over that now. But like,
doesn't sound like that.
No. I'm actually not. Corica, do you need players? Is he still a coach? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like it's just. But back then it was like, especially then, was definitely more frustrating because I was like, you're calling me in because clearly I am good enough to look at. Why don't just call me in 6 months prior? Yeah. When you actually when you need when you haven't signed anyone.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Give me an opportunity.
Yeah. Like what's the point now?
So big issue. I had a few stories in the pre-season just gone as well, where some players went to Jets, Mariners, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It just sounded like a complete waste of the person's time. Just like why waste their time?
Yeah,
man?
you're taking off work and stuff and like to go there and.
Do you hear the boy Bull Dwatch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In Canada for a professional team in Canada.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Aye, brilliant. Good on him. Right, so where are you at now at this point, mate? Where do we get to?
And then
Back in Australia. Yeah.
Back in
You've had your A-League trial.
A-League trials. I think I trialed for a few A-League teams after that. And yeah, similar story. Like I thought I did pretty well at those trials. But I got a similar sort of, okay, if there's an injury replacement or I think a lot of the time, especially after COVID, it was like you either sign really established A-League boys or you sign
cheap kids.
Young.
Yeah.
And I was kind of
middle.
I played a bit of A-League, but like it wasn't under that like rule where you can earn a little bit below minimum wage, whatever that was. So it was like that was a tricky age group or a tricky space for people to really sign.
Yep.
And then back to Sydney, and then I signed for RPA because I was like waiting for something. At that time, I probably would have taken anything like Asia, Scandinavia, like anything. I was pretty keen to just stay pro. And then I signed for RPA because I wanted to keep playing. Did half a season there, enjoyed that. And then Olympic, Chalk, won the league. That was good. And then Rockdale since then.
So what year was you at Rockdale? 2023?
No, we won it in 23 because we won at Olympic 2022 and then we signed with Rockdale 23.
So you were both at Olympic together?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know you were on that Olympic team.
Me? Mate, fucking Urich made sure of that. Stuck me dead. Stuck me on the bench for the full year. That's why I don't remember me.
Actually, obviously you mentioned it when you were on here, but I can't remember that.
Yeah.
So like obviously, great year, first year Rockdale, win the league.
That was second
No,
year.
second year.
First year
First
was
year
second,
finished
I
second,
think.
yeah.
Finished second that year, so the second year was the injury year.
Second year was the
Injury
injury year.
Injury, yeah.
Yeah.
So don't have to get into too much detail there, but in terms of the return,
Yeah.
psychologically, probably your biggest challenge of your career.
Yeah, definitely.
What about getting through that? I mean, was again we talk about support network, family, friends, physios, etc. What do you think is the biggest help?
Oh, I was pretty lucky. Like in terms of like family, like my missus, she was driving me everywhere. She was so good. Mum and dad, everyone was class. Like everyone dropped a lot going on in their lives to look after me. And then the Rocky boys were good too. Like
Class.
I think everyone basically came by in the hospital. I think when I actually went for surgery, I woke up and they're like, "Oh, some guy's been waiting outside the hospital to see you. Like you can't see anyone like after because you're kind of sleeping." And I was like, "Oh, it's pretty weird." Like I told my dad and my brother like they can't, like you can't come and see me. And then I found out later it was Ange, our goalkeeper coach, just waiting.
First Postecoglou.
So I mean that just kind of shows like just how close we all were.
Yeah.
And then Rockdale's a club like super supportive. Deezer was just like, "Mate, when you're ready, we want you back," and they're always rooting for me, which was class. And then physios. I'm with Brody.
Brilliant. Good physio.
So he's so good at rehab advantage.
He's class. Brilliant.
Wiggs put me onto that, and I just think like if anyone doing like a major injury, like they can like tell you, they can kind of tell you based on data that you're ready, and then it's like, okay, mentally let's work through what you need. But I probably wish I found that a little bit earlier, because I think I only started that maybe April, May last year.
I genuinely think I speak this all the time. I genuinely think the physiotherapy industry is one of the hardest ones to navigate ever as a person, because it's obviously regulated, right? But you go and see a physio, just say that's a different one because you've got.
Nah, but I know what you're saying. It's like the opinions can change.
I mean, I'm not going to go into full details of my story, but I've spent a lot of fucking money trying to find. There's been don't wrong. About 100% of physios, I honestly think 90% are like flying a kite off in the wind. Like I would not recommend them because yourself to a PT somewhere. They'll say, what is it you want to achieve here? I want to achieve this. This is how long it will take, and this is how we'll do it. There's a process. See, often I go to these physiotherapy places, or I've seen, and I talk to a lot of players, youth, seniors, different levels. Time frames are fucking muddy.
Yeah.
They pay constantly. Like, it's an ongoing. How long it'll take? Like it should take 8 to 12 weeks. 16 weeks later, it's still not fixed. Right? Understand again. If anyone physios are listening, I understand there's a bit of problem solving for a certain thing, but sometimes you go, right, I've been paying this person for X amount of weeks. I'm not getting any better. You're not really doing anything different. You still don't know what it is. I'm still paying you. What the fuck?
Yeah, it can be frustrating
There's no. What's the outcome? Like I'll go again. Use a mechanic. If you took the car to a mechanic, my car's fucked, mate. Right? Okay. It's going to cost this much. It'll take this long. Right? Okay. If they fix it and it breaks down again,
you go back.
There's a bit of a guarantee there. Okay, we'll give you your money back. We fucked up. Blah blah blah. PT's the same. If you don't get this result in this amount of time, we'll show you've improved. With physio, I feel like it's still not got better. Do I get as like a guarantee of like? Anything? No, just keep coming back, mate.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Just see Brendan at the desk for that payment. No worries, I'll just tap at the front desk. And I'm like, what the this is fucking nuts. Again, there's some amazing physios. So if again, go back to something like Brody, Rehab Advantage, and there's another few great ones around Sydney, around Australia obviously, but Sydney specifically, who are amazing. And when you go to someone and you find them, you go, fuck me.
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's actually there's a process. There's a process.
There's timelines.
Where you
need to be.
They're on touch with like the individual care. It's like a medical care. It feels like okay, they're on top of this. And psychologically, when you're injured, doesn't matter if it's a rolled ankle or it's a really bad injury that you had. It's one of the most psychological, detrimental things ever. Because you're waking up in the morning, you're like, oh my god, I'm in so much pain. Oh, I need to go. And the simplest of things, like you coming off your crutches recently, everything becomes hard. And the only thing you want is if somebody can say this is how you solve it, it makes everything a bit easier. Okay, I'm on the right path. But see, when you don't have a solution, your head gets melted.
Yeah.
Jen Gary finds that frustrating.
I can talk about it. I say it because it's some personal experience, as in me going through it for several years, and then it's just frustrating, man. So frustrating. But before you went to him, like you said, you wish it found it earlier. Was there a bit of a sticking point where you didn't?
I think. They're just like, it's so much more comprehensive. Like you have every single, like your week full of the gym work you need to do, and then it progresses into running. Whereas the physio I was seeing and that's just because that was a physio I saw my whole life, who is a good physio. It was like, okay, these are your rehab exercises, but then like wasn't giving me like a structured what else I needed to do just to build muscle back up in my leg. And then obviously like at Rehab Advantage, like they assess you each week and they're like, okay, looks like you're, I don't know, like you're kind of prioritizing your other leg. Like these are some exercises we can do to improve that.
Yeah, it's
like,
more dynamic
very,
instead of like
very
a static
detailed.
plan.
Yeah.
It's like it changes based on how you're responding. I rate that. Yeah.
But no, if anyone's got a big injury, like I just think you have to do that.
This episode's brought to you by Rehab Advantage.
But just
20%
like
discount code when you say Cordier.
But I think I'm probably like maybe 80% to where I was. I just think, like just probably just sharpness. I think I just am still
hard to replicate game
it's
minutes.
really
Yeah,
hard.
you just gotta play,
Yeah. But in terms of like physically, like I've got a couple like niggly things like with my knee, which was expected. But once I'm playing, I don't really notice it.
Is it good in training? Seriously, like I'm not just saying that now. I thought, mate, especially this preseason, looked unreal. Like back to your best. Obviously, training is different to game, but I mean, like your actions, crossing, striking.
Yeah, you wouldn't know he's been
physicality.
missing.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Something your player for you.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Seriously.
that on your side of thing? Aye.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anything else to add, Chaz?
Nothing from me. Class, it's good to see you've obviously
brilliant, mate.
covered well when you're back on the pitch, mate.
No, I appreciate it.
So Wiggs gets dropped when you get in, is that right?
Well, that's Chalk says drop Wiggs and drop in the jar and bring in Presley Ortiz.
No. I didn't say that. My boys till I die.
Well, where did that bit out? Don't worry.
Just don't bring calls back in the 10, that's all. Anywhere else, mate.
I see that.
my boys just don't drop me.
Mate hasn't checked the shoulder since fucking 93, mate.
Brilliant. The predictions?
Predictions, boys. Last week, round 4. Josh got 7, Nick
not
got
bad.
6, I get 7, you get 7.
Not bad.
Decent week.
Over 6 I'm happy with.
Yeah. And this week, what do you reckon you'll get? 12 games.
7's pretty fucking good, to be fair.
If it's
I'd
above
hope
6.
for a pass, like over 50%, maybe.
Nah, for NPL football, I think that's very good. Considering that a lot more guesses.
Yeah. Is it all the NPLs?
No,
Yeah.
so we go 4 leagues.
Mate, it's
Decent
asking
enough.
about
Games from
Granville
each
and
league.
that, mate.
What's wrong with
Granville
Granville?
the stab. But I mean, like, I don't know how they're performing at this stage in time. I know who they are.
Do you know? Huh?
No.
Absolute snobbery. It's
I
fine.
know.
No,
I thought
I'm
you were
just
an NPL
saying.
fan. I thought you were an NPL fan. That was all. I was just curious.
6. I think you're happy with
I just don't have the knowledge.
Do you know what? If anyone gets 12, we'll give them a case of shampoo.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone gets 12, we'll give them a case of shampoo. Aye.
Aye.
100%.
There you go. No pressure.
Oh, this is season 3. No one's ever got
No one's
12.
ever got
I got
12.
11. And that was it.
11 was mental.
I know. But that's the closest I've ever been. Once.
Right. SD Raiders at home to Sydney United.
Oh wow. SD Raiders need to beat somebody. They need to beat somebody. Will it be top of the league?
my gut says draw. I don't
My
know
gut
why.
says draw 2.
Yeah. They need a bounce back.
I'm just thinking about who, mate, Wada's going to turn up on that field.
Nah,
and
you know
think,
what? I'm going to get United. Yeah. I'm going to get United.
I think United too. Raiders are going to get some points there. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
yeah.
thinking on it.
I'm going to say draw.
I'm saying
That's
Sydney United.
Yeah, United.
Yeah.
St George Saints at home to Manly.
St George
St
Saints.
George Saints.
I
Yeah.
said
St. George.
Manly are a tricky one as well.
Yeah.
They've had to obviously 10 minutes the weekend, but they started alright.
They have started well. Appy at home to Blacktown.
Happy at Lambert Park.
I think RPO, yeah.
Lambert
2 red
Park.
cards as
Two
well.
red cards,
Aye.
yeah. RPL. I was going to say Blacktown, maybe a bounce back, but 2 red cards hurt.
Aye.
So RPL, yeah.
And then Wolves at home to Sydney FC.
I think Wolves will do that.
I think Wolves.
Wolves too.
In Wollongong, yeah.
I've gone Sydney FC.
Where are they playing? Is that Albert Butler?
I don't know where it's
They
playing.
were playing in Macedonia Park.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking. Yeah, Wollongong for sure. Sydney going to turn up. What's that?
Do you think Wolves?
Wolves, mate, aye.
NPL 2. Zagreb at home to Bulls.
Zagreb.
Zagreb.
I'll go Zagreb, yeah.
Oh, I went Zagreb as well. Spartans at home to Dolly.
Spartans.
Spartans.
Prospect at home to Hills.
House.
Hills.
Oh, I've gone draw. Central Coast Mariners at home to Bankstown City Lions.
I want to say Bankstown. I think we're going to be a wee bit of a run now.
I've gone Bankstown as well. But
But
then
hard,
it's gonna-
hard, that's a tricky
hard
game.
Probably
What is it,
maybe
like a
5
Sunday or
o'clock on a
something?
Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate,
It'll
he's
be a Sunday, aye.
and Blakey's hips will be stiff after that drive there. Like he'll need help out of the car for sure.
No, but,
Is Euro back?
Bankstown City Lions have got him a bus with reclining seats.
True. Yeah. Aircon. Is Euro back?
I don't know, mate. I didn't know he was injured until.
Well, he could be back. I'll go Mariners. Oh no, he'll play 20s actually, won't he? We said 20s. He'll play 20s. Yeah, do we pick 20 scores? I'll go draw. That's a hard place to go, mate. On a Sunday.
that is a
I
hard
think Bankstown will do them.
NPL 3, Parramatta at home to Mounties.
Mounties.
I've gone
I'm at-
Mounties.
Yeah, I reckon Mounties. Oh,
I'm actually going to go
draw.
Para.
Para are good, but Mounties are fucking
Mounties.
stacked.
Yeah, they are stacked.
Their team's
man.
ridiculous.
Bonnyrigg at home to Bankstown United.
Bonnyrigg.
Bonnyrigg.
It's a Bonnie Rig, yeah.
I've gone draw. Camden at home to Dunbar.
Draw.
Dunbar.
Draw.
I'll go draw.
I've went Camden.
Got absolute punt there.
Yeah.
His eyes are darting all over the place.
And then lastly, Fraser Park at home to Hawkesbury.
Fraser Park.
Hawkesbury. Off a win. Did they win last week?
Yeah.
They won, they won 4-3.
I'm going to Hawkesbury too, eh?
Yeah, I've gone Fraser Park.
Who have you got the weekend?
Olympic at home.
Olympic. Is that Sunday?
Saturday night, actually.
Saturday night.
Wow.
We've got Wanderers on Friday night.
Oh, decent.
That's
Nice.
Sunday to Friday
What,
turnaround.
at home? Oh, yeah, that's
At
tough,
home.
eh?
It is it's tough, like even today, planning wise, in terms of like the load stuff. It's tricky, man, because you can't really have a hard session on a
Yeah.
Tuesday, and you can't really do a hard session because you're too close to the Friday.
But that's
and-
what they pay you for, so you'd probably just sort it
pretty
out,
much,
right?
Yeah, get him.
Complaining about that, mate. That's throwing you off. Come on, mate.
Aye, well, there we go. That's playing Wanderers on Friday. Any other big games on NPL 1? That we mentioned, no? Who's Marconi got?
Yeah.
UNSW
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
at Village Green.
Saturday.
Well, Blacktown RP will be a good one. Obviously, Blacktown a couple men short now. And, like, obviously, like, Manidi and O'Brien are starters for them. Like, that probably makes it harder. But that would have been a big clash on paper.
Yeah. UNSW first 3 points this weekend.
Aye, cool. Well, lads, thanks very much.
I appreciate your time.
Best of luck with the season. Hope you finish second. And
Can't wait to see you back proper. So
when
No,
do you?
appreciate
This isn't not obviously definite. When do you see yourself back? It's hard to say start line up because you don't know you'll start. But when do you see yourself like Gaffer? I am 100% ready for 90 minutes. How far are we talking? A month?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it probably just depends on minutes. I'd say maybe a month, just a bit over.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you give him, like, 2-3 matches,
Yeah.
he's a fit dude. Like, you'll get fit
You
quick.
need to stop eating those cookies, but
Yeah, the cake, mate. Killed you.
Carb loading. That's what that is.
okay, well, cool. We'll keep an eye out for you, mate. All the best, and thanks for your time, lads.
Thanks for having
All
us.
the best. Cheers, lads.
Legends.
Cheers,
Thanks,
gents.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, good episode, man. Yeah. Thanks for having us. What was that guy's name you said? The gaffer was the white.
Oh, Danny.